Yeah. Welcome to D Free Sports, where the NFL and not the NBA take the stage and hold center court. This be your channel for live, insightful commentary, your one fat source for combat sports. I hope you keeping up, cause I don't wanna lose y'all. Free got the illest insight on boxing and foosball. Hosted by D Free, this channel dives deep into the X's and O's, so what be stepping on toes? Of course your man Judah always flexing his flows. I hope you checking your tone, give mad respect for the show. This ain't a channel for hate, you dudes ain't smooth enough, and if you cowards wanna debate, my man will chew you up. A lot of streamers be frontin', son, get your money up. He broadcasting live from the District of Columbia. Subscribe now and stay locked all season long, and bob your head to the music of my theme song. Yeah, 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 you know the deal. It's Judah Ben. Shout out to D Free. Broadcasting live from Washington, D.C. Word 'em up. Yo, tune in. He going live. NFL Sunday. Word 'em up. Yeah.
Yo, what's good? What's good? You already know the slogan real quick. Hold up.
We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We're back. Blasting. We are back. We are back.
Yeah. We are back. Yeah,
we are back.
A different time. You know, figured we do this a little bit early today on a Sunday because, you know, we had a big card last night, and everybody's going to be talking about this. So we should be talking about it as well. So, you know, we're going to get into it, man. I appreciate everybody in the building today, man. We're going to talk about lots to discuss, you know, in the world of boxing and in the world of YouTube media, right? Because I'm going to get into it. If I can't get into it today, I'll definitely get into it later. Already seeing a bunch of, you know, weirdos in my comments, not in my comments, but like in some messages that I've received already. And I've seen some people already in the media, you know, going in with their direction. And I just like, and I predicted all of this shit. I really did. I've been spot on everything. Besides the fact that you see me with a picture of with Xander with his belt that he used to have because he doesn't have that belt anymore. I mean, they give him a belt because you get, you know, when you're a champion, you get to keep a belt, but he's not the champion anymore. Besides all of that, right? Getting a lot of backlash, and it's like people are not appreciating the fact that what I said and what a lot of other people said, D Free said too, is that I think we was going to witness some type of greatness last night, and I think we saw it. I really believe that. So D Free, you lead off and let us know your feelings, and let's start up the conversation. Unless we could go to the chat, there are comments in the chat, so let's say what's up to the people in the chat. I see I can't pronounce this. Owned. I don't know how this. What is this? Chat box has joined it. I don't know.
On 3D.
Is StreamYard? Yeah, I don't know, but Jay Will, salute, bro. He says, "What up, D Free?" My man K-Rod in the building. Another one that's already ready to fight, guns blazing for his man Xander, as he should. Nothing to be ashamed for in that performance. Salute to you, K-Rod. Who else is in here, man? Ravens Nation, what's good, bro, man? Salute to you. Says, "What up? What up?" Kui in the building as well. What's happening? Salute to you. Good morning. Good afternoon. We're already ready for brunch. Tay in the building. Yeah. Was good. Salute to you. Tay in the building. My man Jose Diaz in the building as well. Hope everyone's doing well. Boots is special. I've been seeing for a while now. Hope everybody's doing great. I agree with the statement 1,000% because I was saying that as well. My man in the building is too. Shaw News in the building. Salute TD. Your people were spot on. You said 6 or 7 round stoppage. Thank you. I appreciate somebody acknowledge that. I really do. Thank you. And as you see, I still have Xander in the profile pick because I'm still a fan of Xander. But I did pick Boots to win. There's nothing wrong with that. You could be a fan of somebody, but when we're talking boxing, we got to call it the way we see it and the way we feel is going to happen. Who else is in the building real quick? Let's see. I see people. Aircraft carrier in here. D Free told me Bryce Mills was nice.
I didn't say Bryce Mills was nice. I said I pick Emiliano for the knockout.
My man A1 is in the building.
The only fight I got wrong was the Jahad Tucker. I thought Jahad Tucker would get knocked out, and Jahad Tucker he pulled it off. That was the only fight I got wrong.
Jahad Tucker looked good. I wish Jahad Tucker had a little bit more pop because he was hitting him with some shit last night. But either way, that was a good win for him. We'll talk about it. My man A1 in the building. Salute. D Free told me he was gonna stop Jahad Tucker. Yeah, so he does say that. So my man, Mr. Shelton is in the building. That's the only one I got wrong. Mr. Shelton.
I got wrong.
Salute, Mr. Shelton's in the building as well. He says, "Rah." Surprised he ain't tell us like what we're gonna lie about today. I'm sure that's coming later. My man, Mr. Shelton in the building. My man KG in the building. What's good, KG? Salute. KG, you're welcome to join us if you want. I know we're going to probably most likely go live later with the usual suspects. But yeah, you're welcome to join in later too. D Free's going to lead off. He's the leadoff hitter. I'll be batting up at number 2, and then whoever else want to come up and clean up, they can. But we're going to cook for a little bit. But let me see. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody before we start up. So he's. You know what's crazy is this is what he would tell me on the phone too, and it's like I already hear the voice of him saying it. That's what makes it more hilarious when he does this. He says Shahai didn't look good. We'll talk about it. But Daniel didn't look good. But we'll talk about it. July Hill looked decent. He needs yeah. No, I'm saying Daniel didn't look good. Listen, he looked better. How about that? He won the fight. I think the scorecards are way off, but he definitely won the fight, in my opinion. Cam J in the building, salute. But let's get into it, man. I'll highlight on the screen. We got to start this up. D Free, you lead off, man. What you want to lead off with and talk about, and from what we saw last.
We could start off with the first fight, Jahad Tucker and Solano. It was a good fight. It was action packed. And it pretty much started off the way I thought it was going to start off. Jahad Tucker was going to come in there very emotional, and he went right at it at Solano, and he actually landed some good shots. But then as the fight continued on, the power of Solano it started to change the tide. He hurt Jahad Tucker with a clean body shot, and then he went away from it, and Jahad Tucker was the more active fighter in that fight. That's what won him the fight. He was landing combination. He kept being busy. He never let his opponent take over the fight. He stayed busy. Anytime he would get hit with a shot, he'll come back with 1 or 2 shots of his own. And so that's what won him the fight. Like you said, that 98-92, I don't know what fight that judge was looking at, but I was looking at it like at the end of that fight, I had Jahad Tucker winning the fight. He was the more active fighter. He stayed busy. Solano, he landed some good shots. You could tell by Jahad Tucker's face. He landed some good shots. It was just far and few between. He was only landing 1 shot at a time. And every time he would land 1, Jahad would come back with 2. And he never got into a rhythm because Jahad Tucker stayed busy. And that's what won him the fight. But like you said, if Jahad Tucker had some pop, he had some power, Jahad Tucker probably would have hurt Solano or even dropped him. That's the only downfall of Jahad Tucker. He doesn't have any power, so I don't know how he's going to do against a more experienced fighter that does have some power, that knows how to get around of Jahad Tucker being busy. Because Jahad Tucker, he tends to slow down in the later rounds, and he drops that guard and he leaves himself open. That's why his eye end up getting swelled up. That's why his nose end up getting busted, and he gotta tighten up on his defense. But he put on a heck of a game plan, and he stuck with it, and he prevailed. I mean, I gotta take my hat off to him, because I thought the other guy was going to stop him, but Jahad Tucker, he showed a lot of heart. He showed that he got a bid, because he was taking a lot of big shots to the face, and it didn't look like it was having any effect. The body had the effect, but the chin didn't look like it had no effect. So hats off to Jahad Tucker. It was a great win for him. But I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good performance. I mean, I thought he looked good, and there was some spots where he didn't look good. I mean, KG's up here; he's going to talk about it too. I think, in the first two rounds, Jahai won easy. It was obvious that Daniel was coming in there looking to land something big, right? And then he landed something big in the third round, which I gave Cedeno, right? Cedeno landed something big enough, but Cedeno did not fight a smart fight, and I think they weren't prepared for the constant, activity of Jahai Tucker. Because Jahai Tucker could throw I don't know the stats as far as the copy stats, and you know that some of these stats are a little bit off, you know what I'm saying? But he was throwing a lot of punches every round. Now in the second half of the fight, Jahai was a little bit cautious of what was coming back at him. So he was moving his feet a little bit more, and he was on the back foot a little bit more, but he was still throwing. He was still landing shots, and he was landing clean. Those shots he was landing were clean on Cedeno. Now, Cedeno did land some good shots, and he did land a few body shots as well. But I don't know, because I was there live. So you guys were able to watch and maybe hear the corner. I don't know what the corner was telling Cedeno, but I felt like I seen that they were screaming at Cedeno, like he wasn't listening to what they were telling him. Because in the first half of that fight, he fought a bad fight. He was not fighting too smart. He was going in there trying to land something big on Jahai. And when he did, Jahai took it, he took it the way he took it, right? I'm not going to say he took it well, because, he reacted a little bit different to the shots, and that happens in boxing, right? You know what I'm saying? But it seems like that's all Cedeno was really trying to do. He was trying to get the knockout. And for him celebrating at the end of the fight, I thought that was pretty funny, because I thought they were going to score the draw. I really did. I had it 6-4. I thought Jahai won the fight. I thought it was obviously he provided more activity. I believe he landed more shots just from my eyes. Like I said, I don't know the stats. He absolutely threw more as well. So activity wise and the ring generalship, I thought Jahai won the fight 6-4. It was a close fight, and it was a competitive fight. It's not like he was in there with some bum or some scrub. Cedeno's a really good fighter. And like I said, I don't think Cedeno fought a smart fight in this fight. So I'm probably going to see if I could watch some replays today in some of the fights, because on the car ride home from the arena, they were telling me some different things, and I was reading some different things on Instagram and some other stuff. So I would have to see, what the broadcasters are saying, even though I don't like the broadcast team for the zone, but more or less like what they were telling him in the corner. But I thought Jahai Tucker won, and I thought it was a good performance. Okay, not great, but you're not going to be great all the time, especially with the competition that you're up against. As you go up in competition, it gets more competitive, and this was a competitive fight against a competitive opponent. So, I just, me, and I'm very consistent in my takes. I don't like discrediting other fighters. You know what I'm saying? So you won't get that from me. So KG's going to be a little bit more critical. So I'm going to pass it over to KG.
Sure is.
What you said?
I said I damn sure is.
Yeah, he's going to be much more critical. So let me just go on mute and prepare for what KG has to say. Go ahead, KG.
Hey man, hey, first and foremost, man, I appreciate, what I'm saying, and I see what you're talking about, man, how people can just pop up, man, you know what I'm saying? So my apologies if I walked in without knocking. But I think y'all, you know what I'm saying? And Thomas, you wasn't even there to hear the commentary. You can use in the arena, you know what I'm saying? But D Free, you sound like you got hypnotized by the damn commentary, bro. I didn't see what Jahad was doing too much of anything. Sedano didn't he didn't do enough. But this game plan that everybody's saying that Jahad Tucker had, his back was on the rope most of the time. He was not in control of the fight. He was not setting the tone. Sendera was just not throwing punches. He won't utilizing his range. But Jahad couldn't figure him out early because he wasn't loading up on punches. He was throwing compact punches that Jahad didn't even see coming. So I was like, bro. And then all the shit that he was talking to him after each round, I was like, bro, he's trying to damn get Jahad's heart because Jahad ain't damn, like I said, I didn't see what everybody was saying. Chris Manning's damn scorecards. I was like, bro, what is going on here? I said, Jahad's not throwing anything. And then when they put the copy box numbers up, Jahad had not thrown more, landed more punches than Sedano at that point. And I was like, they got him up on the damn punch count and they saying he's thrown more. I was like, where? Like I was confused based off of what I was watching. So with Sedano not doing enough, I can see how they gave it to Jahad being the A side. But this game plan or focus or whatever you know what I'm saying, whatever you know what I'm saying, Thomas is trying to paint or whatever narrative that anybody else is trying, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I was not impressed at all. Only damn thing I was impressed about is that Jahad stayed on point with what the corner was saying. He didn't deter off whatever the game plan was, but I was not impressed with the game plan. And Sedano's damn corner was yelling at him because they said, bro, you got this dude. He's right here. What are you doing? And then Sedano, I think he blew his load somewhere and he never damn got a second win. So it was like he went on a decline and stopped. He started producing way less on the back end of the fight. But at the same time, I don't think Jahad did anything to one of those scorecards was what, 98, 92? I said no. It had to be closer than that. So like the way that fight spun out, bro, I didn't see what everybody saw with Jahad. But like at the end, I can say he edged the win, but it was nothing impressive. And Sedano damn could have been, you know what I'm saying? He could have had him and swung that fight into his favor based off of the depleted gas tank of Sedano. So yeah, when Thomas says everybody's not gonna have a great fight all the time, he had a dude dying in front of him and he didn't, you know what I'm saying, press into the last round. The last 2 rounds, that's when he decided to jump on him. And I'm like, Chris Mannix gave him the last 4 rounds. I said, how? I didn't see that. So it was confusing to my eyes. I said, maybe I'm looking at it, you know what I'm saying, in the multiverse or something, in another damn universe where everything they saying is actually coming into fruition. But I didn't see that, bro. I just didn't. So, but like I said, he's gonna have to go back to the lab and really work on some things because defensively, coming forward, you know what I'm saying, it's actually standing your ground and holding form. Not his back was on the rope entirely too much that fight. And Sedano Sedano didn't take advantage of it.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's the reason why I have picked him to knock Jahad out because I know how Jahad fights, and he doesn't. He's not the most defensive fighter, and he doesn't have a lot of pop on his punches. And I was thinking Solano was going to be able to track him down and be able to hit him with a big shot and hurt him and take him out. But he didn't let his hands go enough, and he didn't invest in the body enough. When he hurt him to the body, it was like, okay, I hurt him to the body. Let me go back to the head, and he never went back to the body. And I'm
That's what
like,
he fucked up at.
yeah, I'm like, you hurt him to the body, and it was like towards, I think it was like the 5th or 6th round. It was towards the end of the 5th or the 6th round. He hurt him to the body, and he never went back. And I'm like, why are you not going back to the body?
Yeah, he definitely hurt because he reacted different to the body shot.
I didn't understand it because Jahad didn't like them body shots.
Yeah, he did not.
Yeah.
He didn't. Yeah, I ain't know. I don't know. Like I said, Sedano, I don't know if he was gassed or mentally fatigued or what, or he just checked out or something. Because I'm like, what was going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and when
I was
looking at,
I was trying to hear what his corner was saying, but they I don't know if they didn't have the mic over there or they had the mic on mute, but I can never hear what the corner was saying. I was trying to hear what his corner was saying, but I couldn't hear what they were saying. I'm like, I hope they telling him to go to the body because he's not going to the body. He hurt him to the body. Tell that man to go back down to the body.
I didn't hear that part either. You know what I'm saying, D Free, but I did hear them tell him to stop throwing hooks. They started telling him to throw straight punches. They said, bro, just throw straight punches. You can hit him. He's right there. But he that's when he started loading up. I said, bro, you just gonna completely damn not listen to your corner now? You gonna come out throwing hooks. He was like, bro, no, throw the short punches in the middle down the pipe that he don't see.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I think he mentally checked out, man. I think he was one of those guys that in his mind he thought he won, and then he thought he did enough.
Yeah,
That's what it was. Yeah,
You see him.
I think
He thought it was clear to him. He would, at the end of the fight, he's up there, with his hands up in the air and pumping his fists and stuff like that. I see, on the way back, I read like some of the comments in the group chats that I'm in, and they were saying the same thing about the body shots, like why didn't go to the body, and some of those guys in the chat were rooting for Cedeno, right? Because I got Dominicans in there rooting for them, aka Socrates Palmer. So, but they were rooting for Cedeno, but he just the consensus was that Cedeno didn't fight a smart fight. So it seems like the consensus overall, and based on the chat, is that Jahai Tucker won, but was it more that he won, or was it more that Cedeno just lost the fight?
It was more Solano lost. Yeah, it was more
Yeah.
Solano lost the fight, because if he would have stayed going to the body, it's no doubt that Jahai Tucker would have took a knee at least once. There's no doubt about it, because that shot that he caught him towards the end of the fifth or sixth round, Jahai Tucker bent all the way over, and he was trying to stop those punches from the body. And I'm like, no,
Did y'all see the one
he's
when he
hurt.
jumped?
He's hurt.
Did y'all see the one when Cedeno threw the body shot and he jumped away from it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm like, dog, he's hurt to the body. Keep going to the body, and he just didn't do it. So I think it's more so Solano, he lost the fight than it was Jahai won the fight, because Jahai was throwing he was throwing shots. And Solano was just trying to land the knockout punch. He kept going to the head, and he was landing some clean shots, but they wasn't hurting him to the head. It was the body shots that was hurting him. I mean, the shots that Jahai Tucker took to the head, he ate him. I mean, I wouldn't have told him to take so many shots, but he was eating them, and he wasn't getting dazed. He wasn't getting wobbly legs or anything like that. But I don't know. Maybe because dude had so many knockouts, he figured, okay, one of these shots is going to hurt him and he's going to go down. And I don't know if he thought he was behind and so he needed to knock him out. I don't know what it was, but it was not a good game plan whatsoever.
That was his game plan, D Free, because like I said, his corner was telling him something totally different.
Jahai, there's some things that Jahai needs to work on. I think he's got to work defensively, and I think he needs to set up his shots more. He obviously was the quicker of the fighter. He was landing in will early. I mean, and he was landing solid shots from what I've seen. I mean, on Cedeno, right? Cedeno's face wasn't all that, looking good, pretty at the end of the fight either. He was swollen up as well, right? Based on the big screen, right? Because I was at a distance, but based on the big screen in that fight, I was from the distance, but I wasn't up close. But his face looked a little swollen as well. So, and he was beating him to the punch. It's just that I guess the power wasn't all there, and he wasn't really. He was more like throwing punches on the back foot, if that makes sense. He wasn't really stepping into his punches as much.
Yeah, and that atmosphere, being in New York City and you fighting a hometown guy, you gotta outwork him. You can't let him outwork you. They're not gonna give you that fight. He's the bigger name out of the two. Neither one of them are huge names like that, but out of the two, Jahai Tucker is the bigger name, and he's in his home state. You gotta outwork him. You can't let him outwork you. They're gonna give him that fight every day of the week.
But the Latinos were definitely rooting for Cedeno, though. So, the crowd might have been 50-50. And at that point, it wasn't really as packed as well. So, it wasn't a sold-out crowd. I'll tell you that much. I don't know what they're going to tell you today in the reports and stuff. It wasn't sold out.
Well,
Can I ask you something, Thomas?
Go ahead.
But see, the thing is, Thomas, I think it was sold out. It wasn't packed to capacity, but it might have sold out all of the tickets that they had available. So and I think a lot of people get the perception of, oh, it's not sold out. It is sold out if they have no more tickets. If they have no more tickets to sell, it's sold out. It doesn't mean that the arena is packed to capacity. And I think that's what a lot of people, they look at the arena, they're like, oh, the arena ain't sold out. but the ticket, they have no more tickets to sell, so they are sold out. They didn't fill up the arena.
I'm gonna tell you why it wasn't before KG asked the question. Is because I was up and down. Like I had, like, you know, I had seats, and I was sitting with I went with Ofacio. Ofacio got comped 2 tickets, so he was in a good area. So I went and I sat with them, and then as it filled up, I said, let me go upstairs and I'll come back down later, because Keith Cologne's father was there and I was with him. And he was sitting there too. And I said, yo, let me go upstairs because I'm going to meet up with some people, blah, blah, blah. So when I saw the Jai Tucker, I was up in the 200 sections, right, from that fight. I was up there. But I later then in the main event, it started to fill up more. So I don't know how you can see it on TV, but like when I was looking from up top, it wasn't filled, right, until the co-main event ended. When the co-main event ended, Emiliano fight, it started to fill up, but there were still seats available because I was able to move down and sit in a row that was pretty much, you know, like spotted, like a Dalmatian, because there was seats, and I was able to sit up close. I was there in like the section 20 section, so that's behind ringside. So I was in a good view of the main event. So to me it wasn't sold out. That's just, you know, what it is. I mean, they had a good crowd. It did fill up for the main event, but it definitely wasn't a sold out crowd.
My thing is, though, Thomas, it's just like the battle of the vantage points. Like, you can't hear what we see on TV, and we can't hear what you see here in the arena.
Yeah.
From where I was at, you know what I'm saying, watching it on TV, I can see it looked packed enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say sold out or filled to the brim, but it looked packed enough for me. My only concern, it didn't seem like there was any energy in there. I didn't hear no crowd. I didn't hear nobody yelling, nobody screaming. I didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like I usually do when fights go on, you know what I'm saying? Especially in Barclays. Barclays is damn, you know what I'm saying? I've known to damn see, you know what I'm saying, big fights go on there, and it's like electric. You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't hear it. So you being in there, was the sound different, or they just had the mics turned down? They didn't have the Benavidez mics in there or something.
No, you know I think you're spot on until the main event. I think before the main event, it wasn't, you know, it was the sound and the crowd wasn't as active as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it
was packed like it looked like it should have been, though.
It looked, yeah, it should have. No, but it wasn't, because they weren't really reacting. Like the crowd was kind of dead. I mean, it's funny because the Whitaker fight got more pop than the Jahai Tucker Cedeno fight, in my opinion. And I was like, you know, yeah, they saw a knockout and we saw a guy quit. You know, in my opinion, I don't think he came to win, but that got more pop. And the Emiliano fight was like, the crowd wasn't reacting. I guess they were just waiting for Xander versus Boots.
Tay said everybody was in there smoking, so everybody was high. They was too relaxed to damn cheer.
They probably were, because there were people smoking. There was somebody next to me in the Xander fight but not. I mean, he had a vape.
You didn't hit it. You hit it.
No, I didn't hit it. Teach was there. He said definitely not sold out. Ticketmaster and other parties. Teach, was you there? Let me just see. I'm reading his comments. I bought tickets, but I couldn't sell, so I lost money. Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. So, he said that I hit it, but yeah, it didn't seem. I guess everybody's waiting for Xander and Boots. I guess when Wama's son came to fight, the crowd was a little reacted to it. You know, with the Puerto Rican fighter Wama, you know, he got a good knockout first round, but it was not many people in the building at that point. So I have video that I took in the Cedeno Jahai Tucker. I might show some of the crowd, and you're gonna see like there were a lot of empty spots, at least on the floor. So, or like behind the floor. So to me, it didn't fill up until the main event. And that happens because when I was at the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney fight, the same thing happened. Like for the majority of the card, it was not that it was empty, it wasn't filled. And then when the main event started, it filled up. It got tight. So I don't know. That's just, you know, from what I've seen. So I'd be interested to see to hear what other people say and what the zone report, the Top Rank reports, etc. But yeah, but that was for the opening card of the pay-per-view. I thought it was a good card. It was a good card to open. I thought this was going to be the best fight of the night, and it was a good fight. I mean, I know people got their opinions on the fight, but at the end of the day, it was a good, entertaining fight.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can move on to the Emiliano fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which
because we're
was
not going to
which
talk
was
about Ben Whitaker because Ben Whitaker got a layup
no,
last night.
that was a bogus stoppage in my opinion.
It
But
was.
the Emiliano Vargas fight, um, that joint started off from the very beginning. They just started throwing big shots. I was like, oh, they going back and forth, and I saw it coming. I said, Mills cannot take these straight rights down the pike like that. I'm like, no, you can't take these straight shots because you're not a knockout artist. You trying to go blow for blow with Emiliano Vargas. I mean, I give you credit for your heart, but you ain't gonna last too much longer. You ain't had no head movement. But the thing that surprised me was as many shots that Emiliano Vargas took. I thought Emiliano Vargas' defense would be a lot better. He this was a fight, and I said it from the very beginning. We're gonna see what Emiliano Vargas is made of because Bryce Mills, he can fight. Now I didn't think that he would win. I thought he would get knocked out because he doesn't have power like that. I picked Emiliano Vargas for the knockout, but I knew that he was going to come to fight. And Emiliano Vargas took a lot of big shots. And if Bryce Mills had some power, Emiliano Vargas might have been sitting on the canvas a couple of times because he took some clean shots right down the pike and a couple of hooks. And I'm like, I don't know if he want to get in there with some of these guys at the top of 140 right now. And
I
I
don't
know
think
they
so
said
either.
they want to see him in there. They want to see him go for a title or whatever. I'm like, do I think Emiliano Vargas can beat Matias? I'm not sure. Do I think he could beat Antoine? I don't think so. Do I think he could beat Shakur? No. Do I think he could beat Dalton Smith? I don't know. So I don't know if he's ready for that level yet. I know he wants to fight for a title, but I don't know if he's ready for that level because he was taking some shots that I don't think he's going to be able to take when he gets to the top level. And I mean, it was a good fight for Emiliano Vargas. It was a step up fight because this was the best opponent that Emiliano Vargas has faced so far. But it still was a fight where he took some shots that if you ready to go to the next level, you shouldn't have been taking those shots. So I don't know if he's ready for that next level, but I give him credit for the fourth round knockout. Um, some people said that it was a bad stoppage. I didn't see it as a bad stoppage. The stoppage with the Ben Whitaker, that was a bad stoppage in my opinion. But this Emiliano Vargas stoppage, that wasn't a bad stoppage. Dude, he was on wobbly legs before he even went down, and the referee tried to hold him up by the
Yeah, he
glove,
tried to hold
and he
him
still went down.
up.
I'm
Ricky.
like, dang, and
That was
they were like, oh,
that was a good
they were like,
stoppage. Yeah.
yeah, they were like, the referee knocked him down. I'm like, dog, did y'all see the fight? Because the referee was trying to hold him up. The
Yeah,
He was
man
trying to
was going
stop
down
it.
on his
yeah,
own.
he tried to stop
He was
before
going
He
that.
was
down
trying to
on his
stop it
own.
before it got stopped.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah. So I mean, hats off to Emiliano Vargas. It was a good win. But he need to tighten up on his defense. He definitely got to go back to the lab and tighten up on that defense because he took too many clean shots.
He got to tighten up on quite a bit, D Free, bro, because not even the top level, just whatever the next level is up from where he is. Mills damn gave him a layup for real because he was catching him with punches. But if anybody paid attention to Bryce Mills' feet, his feet were making it to the target before his gloves were. And that's
Yeah.
bad because that gave Emilio damn every damn advance to just put punches out there. And Emilio said it at the end of the fight. He said, "Bro, he just kept he kept falling into the straight. He kept falling into the straight. Yeah, because his feet were coming, and then his damn the punch will come after." And I'm like, Emilio shouldn't be getting hit with a dude hit by a guy that's bringing his feet first, and then the punch comes. I was like, he should be able to see this. So top level, the level below that, or the level that's above them, Emilio, he's gonna have trouble because traditional damn guys that are fundamentally sound boxing, these guys are bringing the punch before their feet come. Their feet are coming. The feet are carrying them to the punch. Mills was damn bringing his feet, and then the punch was coming. And I'm like, he's getting hit with the wrong punches. So I seen damn Mills getting stopped in that fight, but not to no credit to Emilio's power. I was like, he's gonna knock himself out. I was like, as I was watching, I said, bro, he's gonna jump into something. And sure enough, what did he do? He jumped into a straight that his legs damn went crazy, and the referee couldn't hold him. So the guy was
Yeah.
tough, but he knocked himself out. You know what I'm saying? All those punches, like the real like eye-catching punches that Emilio them landed, in my opinion, was to a credit to Mills them carrying his feet and not bringing his hands first
Right.
and running
Right.
into shit. Yeah, so when he ran, I was like, yeah, this dude gonna get stopped. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then Emilio sounded like Daniel LaRusso at the end of the fight. So,
Wow. That might be the best. That's going to be the best line of the day. That was that's a good one, KG. He did though. Yo, that's crazy work. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Emiliano, I thought he looked okay, but based off the opponent, this guy he was fighting, he landed like one good clean shot. I don't know, it was the first or second round. But this guy got no power. He got like 21 wins with 9 knockouts. He's not a big power puncher. And one of those knockouts was with an elbow. So it wasn't with a fist because he knocked out Aaron Aponte with an elbow. It wasn't even his fist. So I think Emiliano needs to go back to the lab and definitely work on the defense. And I think he's got to work on his footwork as well. I think he definitely needs, to work on his footwork. But I think he's a solid fighter. I don't think he's ready for a title shot yet. I know Teach he mentioned about the title eliminator. I think maybe a title eliminator, okay, because that you're definitely going to go up in competition, but he needs more competitive fights,
the title eliminator depending on who the title eliminator is against.
Well, he was honest with himself when he said that. He was like, "Yeah, I want to fight a former champion or a title eliminator." So I'm like, all right, he's not like he's trying to jump directly into any fire, because title eliminators these days at 47, who would he be fighting?
Yeah.
No, he's at 140.
Yeah, he had 140. He had 140. So.
Oh yeah, 140. My bad. Yeah. So.
Yeah, 140. So.
And that's a tough division.
Yeah, it's tough because he got some guys down there that I don't know if he's ready for them yet. That's what I'm saying. He's been in so many showcase fights to now it's time for him to step up, but they haven't gradually moved him up. He's been fighting the same level of fighters every fight. This is the best. Like I said, this is the best opponent that he's been in, and he's not even that great of an opponent. He's a step up from where he's been fighting, but he's not that great where you could say, okay, he's ready for these guys now. No, this is not a gatekeeper to those guys. This is a guy to the next level. Now you on that level. Now you got to take a step to the next level. You got to get another guy for that next level. You don't go from Bryce straight to the top 5 guys or the top 10 guys. That's not how it works, because Bryce is not getting you ready for none of those guys at the top 10.
Yeah, and Aircraft, we're not calling Emiliano trash. I mean, we're just being critical of his performance. We're critical of everybody's performances. I mean, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not saying he's trash. He just needs to work on some things. I mean, based on the opponent he fought last night, he had a nice looking record, but he wasn't really at that level of Emiliano. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm not calling him trash.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, no.
I'm just pointing out his opponent. His opponent was bringing his feet before the punch. Yeah. The guys that's in the next level up are not going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a single opponent. I mean, there's not a single fighter in the sport of boxing who we can't criticize and say, okay, they need to work on this or they need to work on that. Everybody has something they need to work on. When we get to the main event, which is coming up next, you're going to hear what these guys need to work on, because they wasn't without criticism.
Yeah, exactly. So and we're about to get to the main event. It's like, we saw a great performance last night, I believe, by both fighters. I think both fighters did well. And then we're going to critique both of them. I mean, even the winner that scored like 3 or 4 knockdowns, we're going to criticize too, because there was some things in there that that he did wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just what it is. Like, I mean, other channels where they're fans of fighters and not fans of the sport, they're gonna cheerlead all the way through, and they will never criticize their fighter. Never. They'll think their fighter's the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that. Never. Because there's nobody perfect. There's no Kurt Hennig in boxing. No Mr. Perfect. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is, man. Salute to everybody in the building. If I'll try to hit you when I can. Maybe drop the link later. Got a chance. I do got radio at 2, so I can't. I got to be out at 2, but you guys can continue. But well, let's move along, man. I mean, we're not going to talk about Popeye, not showing up for this fight. I know the ref did stop the fight a little early, but that guy wasn't there to win. I mean, he wasn't there to win. Yeah, he was going to get
You
stopped.
could see the way he's throwing his punches. You know what I'm saying? I said,
Yeah.
bro, the way he's not. I said, look at his feet, and I kept telling them. You see the theme of last night for me was people's feet and how they were throwing punches. Popeye, his feet were too close. I said, bro, when he got cuffed the first time, I said, look where his feet were. You know what I'm saying? And then when he went down the second time, I said, look where his feet were. I said, bro, his feet were completely out of position.
Yeah.
But going to the main event. I want to say, first off, shouts out to both these guys. This is what we've been asking for these fighters to do. 2 young guys in their prime and putting it all on the line. Like we said many times before, Xander Zayas didn't have to take this fight with Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis didn't have to go fight Xander Zayas. He could have took another tune-up fight. So shout out to both of those guys. They put on a heck of a performance. But man, Jaron Ennis, he 2-time unified champion, 2 divisions. He did his thing, but he's not without criticism because, like I said earlier today when I was on Clarence channel, Jaron relies a lot on his reflexes. And what I see in Jaron Ennis, if he doesn't lose to Sebastian Findor, because I think he beats everybody else, if he doesn't lose to Sebastian Findor, I think Jaron Ennis is going to have the same fate that Roy Jones has. He's going to, once his reflexes slow down, he's going to start to get caught with a lot of shots and going to start to get hurt even more and probably get stopped in a few of his fights towards the end of his career because he's relying a lot on his reflexes instead of perfecting his defense because he got hit with some shots that if he had his guard up, those shots wouldn't have landed. But because he's so quick and he know he got reflexes, he's just trying to move out of the way of the shot and he's still getting clipped by those shots. That's what caught him and got him hurt in that 3rd round. Instead of him having his guard up, he just tried to move his head back and he got caught with a clean shot. And then when he was backing up, Xander came straight down the pike and knocked his head back and put him on the ropes. And he got rocked multiple times. Now, what I will say is, to his credit, he still had his whereabouts. He still had the calmness and, okay, I know I'm in a fight. I know I'm hurt, but I gotta weather the storm. He was still able to weave the shots and be able to maneuver his way throughout that round to make it to the next round to get some time to get his whereabouts. Get his equilibrium back, get his legs back under him, and he showed a lot of grit because most guys would have either tried to hold or they would have tried to get on a bike or they probably would have got caught with another shot and went down. And Jaron Ennis was able to weather the storm. But that first round, I thought it was going to be a much earlier night because Jaron Ennis, when he caught Xander Zayas with that shot and Xander Zayas went down, I was like, oh my God, the first round, I called 7. Why is it? I said, Boots, slow down. Let the man live a little bit. Not this early. And Xander Zayas, he showed a lot of grit. He got up. He was able to fight back. Xander Zayas, even though he got knocked down 3 times, Xander Zayas got a chin because he was getting hit with some shots. He was getting hit with some big shots, and he was taking them. That 4 right hooks that he took, and he was just standing there. I'm like, Xander Zayas, move. You just taking the shots. Move out of the way. And he wouldn't go down. But when Boots caught him with the uppercut, I don't think people realize how Boots set the uppercut up. He threw a right jab, and Xander Zayas went to throw a punch. He came right back with a left uppercut. While the jab was still out there, he came back with a left uppercut. It takes a lot of power to be able to land that shot when you got a jab out there because most of your power is going with that jab. And a lot of times people, when they throw the jab, they're leaning with that jab. And he came with the uppercut while his jab was still out there. And for him to have that power in both hands to be able to land that uppercut and knock Xander down shows that Jaron Ennis it's not an issue. Does he have power at 54? He definitely got power at 54. I heard somebody say, "Oh, it's going to be a difference when he got to carry those 10-ounce gloves." We don't know what he's going to do with 10-ounce gloves. He only fought one round the last time the first time he fought at 54. Well, we got the answer, and I had two of the questions answered in that third round. I wanted to know what Jaron Ennis would do when he faced adversity for the first time, and we saw that. And I wanted to know, can Xander Zayas hurt Jaron Ennis? And we saw that, and both those questions was answered. But it was a hell of a fight, and I like I said, I tipped my hats off to both of those guys. It was a hell of a fight.
Yeah, real quick before KG Cook, I dropped the link, but we're gonna wait just a little bit and let everybody get their points across, and then I'll open it up and we could talk. But we're gonna talk about the fight. We're not gonna talk about anything crazy, like I don't want no crazy narratives or this guy beats this guy. Let's talk about the fight. All right. So when I bring you up, just give me a second. All right. Go ahead, KG. Sorry.
Man, hey, damn good fight, man. Damn good fight. And I'm one of the guys that picked Xander because I felt Xander could box him and not have to be forced to be on the inside. But Xander went in and chose to try to be the bigger man because he was the bigger man. And I was like, that's not how we need to do this. Like, because when he caught Boots, it was at mid-range. It wasn't even in close. It wasn't even close when he caught him. You know what I'm saying? And for Xander, like this ain't a correction, but I want to adjust kind of what D Free said in the early. He said both guys fighting at their prime. Xander's only 22, 23 years old. He's nowhere near his prime yet. So this fight, in my opinion, was a lesson learned for him. So his bounce back, you know what I'm saying, might be something damn crazy based off of what he goes back to the drawing board and work on. You know what I'm saying? Especially dealing with somebody that's one of the most unorthodox fighters in boxing. You know what I'm saying? So, damn good fight. Boots came out there and turned it on early and dropped him. Xander got back up, got himself together, and we seen a good fight. It turned into a good fight. And then when I seen Boots get hurt, that's the product of them when things are drilled, in my opinion. Because when things are drilled into a boxer, you don't think to do it, your instincts then just reacts. And when Boots was hurt, his natural reaction was grab him a little bit. As Xander starts to lean, throw a punch. Try to keep moving with him. And that's all. And bro, and I was like, bro, I had to take my head off the Boots because he was clearly hurt. And he was hurt for longer than a round. It took him a good little minute to get himself back together, but he showed and proved that he was still dangerous while being hurt. That's the crazy thing about it. I don't know if the fight would have swung differently if Xander was like an actual puncher and seen that Boots was hurt and went to go dog walk him or whatever. But for Boots to be able to weather that, I had to take my hat off to him. I said, bro, this kid got hurt and still knew instinctively to slip, slide, punch, slip, slide, hold, punch, hold. You know, he knew how to, you know what I'm saying, to get through until he got himself back together. And once he got himself back together, he started throwing the short, compact punches that Xander wasn't even seeing coming. So it was just like, that's why I was like, I can't get disappointed with whatever the game plan was with Xander, because I said, once you hurt him and then you start seeing him get his faculties back together, don't look to duplicate that, because now you're going to drag yourself back into the inside again. You need to stay and try to just, you know what I'm saying, try to buy you some rounds in box Boots and make him have to hunt you. Because he was hunting Boots. And like I said, bro, anybody that knows a counter fighter, you can hit them a lot easier when they have to come forward. And he wasn't allowing Boots to come forward. I said, bro, let him come forward so you can see what he's bringing and you can make the adjustment. As Xander's pressing forward, I said, bro, this boxer going forward don't look good, especially with a guy that can switch, a guy that can then be slippery, a guy, you know, I seen it falling apart. And I said, bro, this ain't the time to try to be tough. You got 12 rounds. It'll be who of you just to work on some things, try to build on something, see what them Boots' flaws are. Like I said, everybody pointed out the fact that Boots was getting hit more. Boots gets hit throughout any fights. You know what I'm saying? But Xander, like I said, he looked at it as an opportunity to try to impose his will, knowing that he was physically the bigger man. I said, that's not how you win this one. So it was like I was disappointed at the end because of that. But shout out to both of those fighters for putting on a damn good fight. And Xander being 23, bro, he still got a future ahead of him. The kid is gonna come back, and I guarantee he's gonna, you know what I'm saying, go back really to the lab and take from what he got from Boots. And you heard Eddie say he has a rematch clause. I wouldn't take it right now because it's gonna be almost a replay because Boots will probably damn speed it up. So especially if he goes in there with the same game plan, trying to be the big guy. So go back to the drawing board, get your faculties in order, work on what you know what I'm saying, what you need to work on, and you still got a promising career ahead of you. But Boots, you know what I'm saying, he's that guy unless he crosses paths with Fundora, in my opinion. So that's what I got on the fight. Like I said, damn good fight, man. And anybody want to kick me because I picked Xander, I showed up on, that was part of the purpose of me showing up, you know what I'm saying, outside of any US6 program.
Okay. Well, that's what's up. And I'm glad you guys went before me because you guys said some things that I didn't really see and I didn't notice. So like when in that third round where the only round I gave Xander the fight, I saw that he buzzed Boots. I didn't think he hurt Boots. So when KG explained, that he still was dangerous and being hurt, that's maybe what I was seeing because I was like, I saw he buzzed Boots a little bit, got his attention, but I didn't think Boots was hurt until the car ride home with Ofacio. Now Ofacio, guys, is a fighter. Like he's an undefeated, super featherweight challenger right now and from the Bronx. So I was with him. So like I'm getting the boxer's perspective. And he told me, no, Thomas. He was like, nah, he was hurt. He was hurt. I was like, seriously, I didn't see that. He's like, no, he was hurt. Then I was on the phone with Ishe Smith last night, a former world champion at 154. He said the same thing. He said, and this is a guy that picked Xander, Ishe. So I was pretty much going into kind of like, yo, you picked Xander to win. And like, I was joking with him. But he said the same thing. He's like, nah, man, Boots was hurt bad. And I was like, wow, how come I didn't see that? So I'm gonna have to watch that. So I'm glad KG went in and explained it. You know what I'm saying? So hold on 1 second. Can somebody block this jerk? Yo, I wish I would see you in person. I really would. Somebody block this dude before I do. This guy's a cornball, bro. This guy, every live I want to go on or every chat that I'm in, this guy want to come in here and obsess about me. Like this guy's weird, bro.
But anyway, he didn't see you.
He didn't see me, man. I was in there. He wasn't there. This guy don't go to. This guy's if he saw me, he would have tried to get my number. This guy is gay, bro. This guy is weird. Every live that I do, every video that I do, or every even if I'm in the chat, I was in the zone chat for the press conference, and he's in there talking about me. Like this guy is weird, bro. Like it's obsession. It's I don't know, man. I mean,
he has a shrine.
Yeah,
he has a shrine of you at his house.
Yeah, I got no hate towards gay people, you know what I'm saying? But
he has a shrine of you at his house.
He probably does, bro. It's weird, man. But
he might have got a lock of your head at the barbershop.
I don't get people. People are weird. If he saw me and if he wanted to throw hands, we could have done that too. Like these guys, a lot of these people on YouTube got this perception that people are soft up here, man. That's not the case, bro. Like, but whatever.
They better not fuck around with damn Tommy from the Bronx. He walk around with that 6-inch damn ice pick on him, man. Don't try to tell you. Old school, got the razor in his cheek, got the razor blade in his cheek. Y'all better not fuck around with Tommy up there, man.
These dudes Boots was definitely hurt in that third round. He was definitely hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I appreciate you guys coming up there and saying that, and I was just saying, like, Ofacio said it and Ishe, and these are former guys, not former, one is a current fighter and one's a former fighter. So to get their perspective, you know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, man, I gotta watch the replay and see that because Boots looked buzzed, but he didn't look hurt to me because like KG was saying, he was still dangerous even though being hurt because he was still landing in and he looked like he was holding on a little bit, but that's what happens when you get buzzed. But I didn't see him really hurt that bad, and then seeing things like Virgil Ortiz saying that he would sleep Boots off of that and Crawford making his comments. Fighters are going to make their comments. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? You say what you want to say, just make the fight and do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem with that. I have a problem more with people discrediting, what they see, you know, in the ring. That's more the problem I have. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna open up the panel. I know Shelton Moore was here. He wanted to come up and talk, and then K Rod and FaZe. So I'll drop the link in a little bit if it's all right with KG and D Free. And you know, we'll
Yeah.
talk a little bit of boxing, you
Yeah,
know.
it don't matter to me. I ain't gonna be here long. You know what I'm saying? As
Yeah,
soon
yeah.
as they
At
get in and
2 o'clock, I
start
got
talking crazy, when the shenanigans jumps off, I'm gone.
yeah, I got the radio show I got to do, so I can't.
Yeah.
I'll be out of 2, but D Free, you could still hold it down if you want. But yeah, man, mostly everything that I predicted about this fight is happening in real time right now because we're not even 24 hours after the fight. I predicted Xander to lose. I predicted Boots to win in 6 rounds. It happened in 7. I predicted that people, fans of you know these boxing channels were going to go in and criticize, and it was a lose-lose situation for Xander, and it was a lose-lose situation for Boots because people are going to go in there and criticize and not give credit where credit is due, and that's what's happening already. You got people already talking about how Xander, you know, wasn't that good, or Xander wasn't, he was too young, and then you got people already talking about like
They saying
Boots
he quit.
Boots got no chin, and Boots is this and that, and I'm like, come on, man, we can't focus on the fight. We're already criticizing and talking about, you know, these fighters are not that good already, and already it's happening in real time as I predicted. My man FaZe,
People are saying damn
What's up,
Xander quit.
bro?
They saying he quit.
yeah, they're saying they quit, but he didn't
And I'm
quit.
like,
He didn't.
no, his people was going up the damn stairs. Where did he
Yeah.
quit? So, but yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, shout out to the panel, man. I hope y'all doing good, man. I hope y'all enjoyed last night, man. It was amazing, man. I just want to start with Xander right now. I want to say, first of all, you know, I think Xander is an excellent competitor, a good sportsmanship. You know, I seen him smiling after the fight because I honestly, in my opinion, you don't gotta, you know, take my word for law, but I honestly feel like Xander was happy with what he did because he's like, you know, I'm young. I'm getting better. You know, I hurt you. You're supposed to be the guy. You know when I go back in camp for the next 3, 4, 5 years, them push-ups that I did that time, I'm gonna do 100 extra ones. Them reps I did the other time, I'm gonna do 100 extra ones. So whoever want to see me now, I'm feeling more confident going into my next, you know, whatever I got on coming up next. Xander surprised me coming out there in the first round, stepping the boots. I'm like, whoa. But it made me feel like secure because I'm like, hey, I got boots for the knockout. I think Xander, that third round, man, that people gonna stay talking about. I'm gonna talk about it. Xander hurt him with that straight right, knocked Boots' head back. Boots still up in there slipping, but Xander, I feel like he just didn't know what to do when he got a guy hurt like that. You know what I mean? I feel like if Xander would have just stepped back a little bit, looked at Boots, sized him up, measured him up, he could have hit him with a couple of more shots, and we could have seen an upset. You know, it was that close, just off of pure knowledge, a little more experience, a little more knowledge. It might have been an upset in that third round, dog. You know what I'm saying? Just the know-how. But overall, man, for a second, I was looking at the fight like, wait a minute. Xander was so sturdy in the third and fourth round. I'm like, damn, is Boots' punch, you know, hurting him? I'm looking at Xander so, you know, sturdy. That was amazing to me as well. I just think it was a good fight, man. On the Boots end, I think Boots is a great fighter, man. He's good. He hits hard, and he loves to be in a pocket. Um, I said if guys come to Boots, Boots has the advantage. But the thing that I don't know confuses me about Boots is he refuses to stay on the outside. Like he just won't do it. Like I'm not gonna stay on the outside. I might box for a half a round, but I want to get inside. And I think that, you know, opens him up to getting hit with shots. He's trying slipping. He's doing all this cute little catching and shit, but he's getting clipped the whole night. You know, the whole night he's catching. He's getting clipped. He's tough. He weathered the storm. He was still slipping and punching. He ended up getting a stoppage after a while. The accumulative punches wear Xander down. Xander didn't quit. Xander team felt like it was enough, and they know he's gonna be a star in the future. But I think I just if I can critique Boots without sound like a hater, I would just say Boots. You know, be comfortable winning a boxing match sometimes. Don't always put your chin out there to be,
Nah.
stopped. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, that was a beautiful night of boxing, man. That's all I got.
Hey Tommy,
Yeah, what's up?
I got a friend here.
Hi, Chop T Tom.
Hey,
Yeah. You've
What's
been wanting
good,
to say
man?
that to you for a while. Yeah. The
Oh man,
chopped
that's
cheese, yes, the chopped cheese mafia, the pastrami on rye bandit. Shout out to chopped cheese Tom. How you doing?
chilling, man. What you got in this fight, man? Talk to us.
It was a firstly, it was an excellent fan friendly fight. I enjoyed it. Xander Zayas, firstly, shout out to Xander Zayas. Or no, firstly, shout out to Boots Ennis for putting on that absolute ass whooping, putting hands and feet on Xander Zayas. But shout out to Xander Zayas also for sending Boots Ennis the offer. Nobody sends Boots Ennis an offer. Nobody. They can't say that when it comes to Xander Zayas. He sent that man an offer. They put on a big event from what Chop Cheese Tom was telling me. Even though it wasn't necessarily full, it was definitely packed out over there. You had people coming from Delaware, Philly, New Jersey, coming to see Boots. Then you had the Puerto Ricans, the New Yorkers coming to see Xander Zayas. So it was definitely packed out. It was definitely a big time event. We're gonna see what DAZN says in terms of like the streaming numbers, how many people were watching the fight. Overall, great event. Both guys put on a hell of a fight. Boots Ennis came out early. He was just able to touch Xander's eyes at will. Xander was kind of, and I give the Zone's broadcast team a lot of credit, because one of the keys to Xander's victory that they said was do not stay in that 50-50 zone. Don't stay in that mid range to inside zone. And that's one of the mistakes that Xander made early. And Boots was just able to touch him with his jab, his straight left, his overhand right. And then Boots caught him with a combination towards the end of round one, and that dropped him. I thought it was going to be one-way traffic from there, but Xander Zayas, shout out to him. He definitely showed that he's a dog, especially in that round three and round four. To me, those are two of the best rounds we've had this year thus far. When he hurt Boots Ennis in round three with the straight right, to what the brother Faze just said, I will agree. Boots has a bit of a tendency to get flat-footed and to move his shoulders and upper body. But one problem he does have, he kind of pulls straight back from punches sometimes, and that's how Xander was able to catch him with the straight right. And Xander followed up and had him hurt. But even when Boots was hurt, and I love this, bro. Like Boots, the way how he fight, it kind of remind me of a fighter from the 80s or the 70s. He stood right there, even when he was a little wobbly or a little drunk, and kept throwing back hard shots and was trying to get Xander up out of there. He was really going toe to toe. And eventually in the what was it, the fifth round, Boots Ennis caught Xander in the middle of an exchange. He caught him with a jab, then a right uppercut, which put Xander straight on the seat of his pants. Proceeded to, just put a hellacious assault on Xander's eye. I mean, that was brutal. It could have, like, Harvey Doc gave Xander's Ice a chance because obviously, he's a unified champion. His titles were on the line, so I get why he gave him a chance, but that fight could have been stopped in that round easily. Easily.
Yo, salute to everybody, man.
Hold on. Sorry, hold on, Crush.
My
Sorry.
bad. One sec.
Yeah.
And lastly, I just want to say, it's a lot of people. I saw AB. I saw Puss Boy Virgil Ortiz saying that Xander's a P word, saying that he doesn't have any nuts, saying that he quit. I mean, listen, the corner stopped the fight. Did Xander's eyes object to the stoppage? No, he did not. But hey, I mean, it is what it is, bro. I don't think he really had a chance of coming back to winning that fight.
Yeah.
Now, should he have went out like a Felix Trinidad or like any of those other great Puerto Rican champions who would have, went out on their shield? I mean, we're gonna see in the future, because maybe maybe it's gonna be the case that he's ruined goods and he should have kept fighting regardless. But we're gonna see what happens, bro. Overall, though, it was a great night of boxing, and I'm very happy. I paid my Virgin Island $25 to watch the fight. It was great.
Yo, real quick, because Shelton was here first, Crush. So then Shelton,
Yeah, go ahead.
then Crush. But real quick, because Shelton, I think Shelton was in the building too, so he could give us perspective from being at the fight. Too bad he didn't tell me where he was at. We could have linked up, but I know Shelton was at the
No,
fight.
I didn't make it. I didn't make it. I had an exam I had to take for this college course I was taking. It was my final, so I couldn't miss it.
Old man
Oh,
Shelton
come
Moore.
on,
Old
Mr.
man
Shelton.
Shelton Moore.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well,
I
Shelton,
sold
go
my
ahead.
ticket back. I did sell my ticket back
Hayden
though. I got
old
400
man
for it.
Shelton Moore.
Go ahead, Shelton. Talk about the fight.
Man, look, man. Any questions I had about Boots Ennis were answered last night. What does he do when he gets hit? Show me. What does he do when he gets hurt? Show me. What does he do when it's time to get a guy out of there that shouldn't be in there at this point? He showed me. The dude's a good fighter, man. He's gonna be a problem for anybody. I don't care if it's Fondora. I don't care if it's Virgil. I don't care who it is. And all these guys on the sidelines, like a Virgil or AB or whoever, talking about what they would have done. You didn't do it.
Yeah.
He did this, he did that, he's soft. Okay, well, you go in there and prove that he is. Prove that Boots is full of shit. Prove that Xander was soft. You get in there. Stop whining about this and 10 million and I need to get in there and prove that he's soft. I hate when people talk from the sidelines.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's nothing, standing between you and Boots right now, but air an opportunity.
Yeah,
Squash your beef with Oscar, get your ass in the ring.
Yeah, and I don't mind that talk as long because from fighters, I more or less don't like it when fans or supposed fans say it. But when fighters do it, you know, the only exception is like what you said, Sheldon. Then you go in there and do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, go in there and do it. If you got so much to say, because you had nothing to say. This whole bill, you ain't had nothing to say for a while. Now all of a sudden you see the fight. Oh well, I would have. He saw. He quit. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We don't want to hear that from you. Get up in there. You can get in there.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get. You don't want to get in there for what Xander got paid.
Yeah.
You made that very clear. You want $10 million just to get in there. Because I think you kind of know what the outcome's going to be. But that's just me. So, you know, great fight, though. Xander showed up to fight, man. Xander didn't show up to style and profile. He showed up to fight, man. And he put on he did the best he could with what he had. It just wasn't enough, man. This guy Boots is different. And I'm becoming a fan, bro. I'm becoming a huge fan of Ennis.
Okay. Teach, you up next.
Hold on. It's great to hear old man Shelton Moore finally give a young fighter his props. I'll just say that. Go ahead.
Teach, what's good, Teach?
All right. Salute to the panel.
Salute to Antique and Teach. Salute to Antique and Teach.
Is my voice coming out clear?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah,
Teach.
you go ahead.
It's like the screen is stuck for some reason.
But we hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is somebody asleep? Where you at, man? Speak up a little louder.
That's how Antigans talk.
Yeah, he's good. We hear you, bro. Come on, guys.
Yeah, so the fight was good, man. It was a firefight. And it wasn't one of those boring fights, you know, like, you know, what people hate to see. Some people hate to see, because I know a lot of people, they don't like to see the chess match and the fainting for like 12 rounds. So they gave us a good performance. Both guys, they came to fight, and, you know, there were momentum swings in that fight. Where you think anything could happen, right? Like Xander showed that he belonged at that level at 23. He had his moments against Boots. Boots had a lot more moments against Xander. Yeah, Boots showed that he was really different. And I feel like watching it, I feel like the crowd was into it, right? You got 3 knockdowns during that fight. That fight could have actually been stopped earlier. as some of you guys said, the ref gave him a chance, and Xander did a lot with that opportunity that was given to him, right? Definitely one of the better fights of the years. It should be, considered, or should be put into that bucket of, fight of the year for sure. And I do give both of these guys 100% credit for making that fight and for giving us that performance. One thing that I would say now, in terms of criticism, I think I want to go back to that dynamic that Boots and Bozy has. And obviously Boots knows his dad better than everybody else, but just listening to Boots in the post fight, Boots said he rated himself like a C plus, and that he wasn't listening to his corner. But when you watch Bozy in a corner, and this is not the first time, like Bozy doesn't really give him good instructions. He just tells him some random stuff, in my opinion. But maybe Boots understands him. But in my opinion, Bozy needs to do better with the instructions, just so that the fans could see that he's actually saying something worthwhile in that corner. As for Xander, man, he has a lot of time. 23 years old. I mean, he has a lot of time to come back, win championships. I don't know about that rematch, though. I hope he doesn't take it, because I think he's going to lose again. But yeah, Xander has a lot of time, and I just wish him the best. As for what Virgil said, now the way I feel about Virgil, I feel Virgil is a dog, right? He has that same thing Benavidez has, dog. The dude punches really hard and he's durable. So whatever he says on Twitter, whatever Virgil says on Twitter, like, I feel like if he says it, I feel like it's something he could do. So Boots shouldn't take him lightly. Like, if that was Virgil who had Boots hurt tonight, I think Virgil could have stopped him, because Virgil knows how to finish fights, and he hits really hard. As for Fundora, I think Fundora right now is at the top of the division, and he's going to be the guy to beat. So if I were to bet right now, I don't see any one of them beating Fundora right now. And that's my take.
All right, salute to everybody, man. Panel and chat.
What's up, Chris?
Awesome fight. I hear everybody coming up with, their feelings and their opinions and what they seen in the fight and blah blah blah. I have probably a deeper reality or a different reality. This fight was a damn good fight. Now, for people who predicted the fight to end a little sooner, it could have actually done that. Besides that straight shot, he also caught Boots with a body shot too, and his left leg was on noodles for about 2.5 rounds. When he jumped on Xander, I don't know if any of y'all was paying attention. When he jumped on him the first 2 rounds, he kind of gassed out. He was a little too dry, was trying to oil up a little too damn fast. He started getting pretty. The problem for Boots is with everything he does great, but he's going to have a serious problem or a serious reality of being on your ass bag if you keep playing with your goddamn food. I don't give a damn how good you are. Don't play with nobody. He played in there. It should be a good lesson. Also, what Teach said, and I was going to speak on it even if he didn't, they better get it the fuck right in that corner. Because not keep listening, that's an lesson that needs to be taken care of. Because now you're stepping up in opposition. You can't be doing that. Or you're gonna face a reality that you thought your ass was immortal to facing. That's what I seen from him. They the only things I didn't like because it's going to catch up with his ass. Xander Zayas, good fighter. You know, a lot of y'all ain't really know about Xander. Let's just be honest. But that's cool. Now y'all know. It's a good fighter. Okay, the age thing, kill me with that. Acting like he's the youngest fucking champion ever to become in boxing. Y'all just do a little too much. All right? It's not the youngest champion. All right? Relax. Of course he has time. He's young. He's supposed to have time. It's like some things just don't need to be said when it's just really no explanation for it because it's self-explanatory. But Xander's a damn dog. He's a dog, and he's going to be something. Now, I hear a lot of talks about going to 160. If he doesn't stay at 154. From looking at what I've seen from his other fights up to last night's fight, I think he'll do damn good at 160. It might fit him a little more, might be a little more comfortable for him. It's just my opinion. But it's up to him. Even if he stays at 54, he's definitely one of those guys. I always thought he was one of those guys. And they both showed it last night. So everybody that needs to ease the hell back a little bit, where he ain't fought nobody, shut up. Because your favorite fighter ain't done nothing lately on this level. Those two men got in the ring and they got busy. Xander did what a champion's supposed to do. Hey, I go looking for the smoke if no smoke is coming my way. That's what you're supposed to do. Salute to him. And also his sportsmanship, y'all. I must say this about his sportsmanship. I'm not surprised because he's a gentleman. His sportsmanship is probably one of the best sportsmanships I've seen in this generation of fighters, man. The way he took the defeat was class A, man. And it was all sincere. Because, you know, some guys that just say shit because it's the right thing to say in front of the cameras. But he's a genuine guy. His career is far from over. This is just the beginning of Xander Zayas, man. And no matter where he go, guaranteed, he going to be there. He's definitely one of the best. And he's going to wind up being the best at some point in his career, if not right now. But it ain't going to take too long, no matter where he's at. Jaron Ennis got to tighten up. Everything ain't a fucking playground. The competition gets stiffer. Do not take your gifts and talents for granted. Definitely a candidate fight of the year. We still got some fights to go, but this is definitely up there. I got it in probably number one right now. After everything that we had seen leading up to this fight, it was an awesome fight, man. And I salute the both of them. A fan of both guys. Just thought Boots was a little more talented, a little more better. That got proven, and I'm still a Xander Zayas fan. And he gonna whip more. He gonna whip on some ass. And Boots is gonna whip on some ass. But if they don't be careful, somebody's gonna whip on his ass and I'll pass. I'm
hey,
real.
I love that, Crush.
You know me, I'm real, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Thomas.
What's good?
Hey, I mean, from a fight like this, you stood up to the biggest boogeyman. I think Xander might change his style a little bit and just start knocking dudes out. I don't know. Like, this might put a battery in his bag.
You know what? That's a very good point. It might have. I didn't like the game plan. Like, I didn't get a chance to really get into it a little bit because I'm listening to everybody speak and I got the radio show at 2. So, you know, and there's a boxing radio show. So I'm gonna take all of this and merge it into my thoughts as well. But I didn't like the game plan. Like, he really didn't show no lateral movement like he usually does in fights, right? So that I guess the game plan was to go straight at Boots, which kind of fell into the game plan of Boots. You know what I'm saying? So it made it a little bit easier for him to do what he does. So I didn't necessarily like it, but I like what you said. It's like that might give him more confidence to go in there and maybe have more faith in his power and his punches, because he hasn't got a stoppage since. It's funny, everybody talks about the fight. Before this fight happened, they were talking about they seen Xander get hurt, which is true. I was there before. I was there at the fight when he got hurt against the German guy, Swomer or whatever.
Yes, I was Swomer.
Yeah, where Roy Jones was in the corner. And, like, I was there. He got hurt. And that was the last time Xander got a knockout because he ended up stopping him in that fight. So now fast forward to last night, right? He got dropped in the first round. We never see Xander get dropped before, and he comes back and he did to Boots that nobody else really done before that, and he hurt Boots. Now, mind you, I got to watch replay. Like I said, I'll be openly honest. From what I saw in the arena, I thought Boots got buzzed, but I didn't think he was as hurt as like a lot of people are mentioning here. And as far as like when I on the car ride home with my boy Alfonso, he told me the same thing, and Ishe said the same thing. So I didn't see that. I got to see that. I thought Boots was buzzed but not hurt. Then KG gave a nice explanation about how Boots was definitely hurt, but he was still dangerous while being hurt. So excellent points that everybody brought up. I got to go watch it on the TV rather than, because in the arena, sometimes you miss things. You obviously miss the commentating as well. So, but
and you such a good sport, Thomas. I ain't gonna lie, man, because I mean, we all giving Boots his credit, but I know you and me know that hey, if Xander had a little bit more time on the job, man, he looked like he had potential to stop that fight, man. To at least make that fight a much better fight.
If he was he might maybe he if he knew how to finish a little better, right? Maybe he would have got maybe he would have done a little bit more work in that third round, right? That's definitely it. Like I said, I got to watch it again to see, because obviously I missed some things, because Boots still looked like he was still like KG said, still dangerous and still was there throwing shots at the same time. He was holding on a little bit too, which was a little uncharacteristic, but that happens when you get buzzed. I didn't think he was really hurt. Like what everybody's saying. So I'm gonna let K-Rod cook because he hasn't cooked yet, and then we'll open it back up. Everybody go in and shoot that, what they want to talk about.
Hey, how's it going, DD?
What's going on, bro?
Yes, sir. Yeah, last night was an absolute epic fight, and I wasn't expecting this fight to really go the way that it normally went. I thought overall Xander, he didn't fight like he normally does, and I think the only reason why this fight really went the way that it did was I would probably put the blame on the trainer. I think Javier Centeno should have brought more tactical knowledge for Xander to tell him to more stick better to his fundamentals and not give Boots all the advantages to try to fight his fight. I think having to stay more mid-range, at a distance and let counters come come to Xander, and then feinting more and having to reflex better to use more lateral movement with his footwork, that would have made the fight far more competitive. And I think Xander, he just didn't notice that at the time because of his green skill set. So I think overall he just did what he did what any other champion would do, fight your best fight, even though that wasn't his best high level performance. And same thing for Boots too. I think both guys just showed a lot of flaws, and I think overall it was just a measurement of consistency. And I think Jaron Ennis, he was only able to be consistent for this particular fight because there was more flaws that he was able to see at the time of the exploitative, I want to say weaknesses that he was able to beat Xander off of, but it wasn't really by that much. I think if anything, this fight could have gone either way. Xander could have been hurt really bad one moment within the fight, and then next minute, Boots could have easily got hurt, from some big shot, and then he could have easily gotten knocked out. I think furthermore, it just pretty much shows that, there was a lot of heart and grit to be defined with this particular fight. And I think Xander, he pretty much showed that compared to Boots. I think Jaron Ennis, he performed at a good level degree where he used a lot more better, fundamentals, having to press onto Xander more. And I think overall the fight was very competitive to the degree where Boots, he thought having to press up the action would favor him better. So therefore, Xander, he didn't know what to do to put himself in a position to try to adjust better. So I think furthermore, if Xander had, a better, corner within his trainer to try to tell him to utilize his, his fundamentals more and not try to, smother too much, in which he was doing that, a lot throughout the fight. This fight would have been a lot more different and way more competitive. So I think Boots is very lucky that Xander didn't notice that, because if he had noticed that throughout the fight to make better like adjustments, I think that the fight would have been a lot more different. So I think overall it was still dangerous on both sides. Like regardless of like what people want to say, Boots was hurting Xander. Xander was also doing the same thing. So I would definitely like to see better adjustments with Xander having to have more defensive, fundamentals to not try to like walk basically come forward too much and just try to focus more on his boxing like ability because overall he's a really good pure boxer and he can punch. It's just that Xander, based off of how he fights, he's more of of like a passive boxer, semi puncher. He has good sneaky power, and throughout that fight with Boots, it pretty much showed that once he positions his shots very well, he can very well frustrate you and then hurt you, heading into the late game. So I think that's what Xander didn't really focus on too much. He was trying too much of trying to make it into a firefight when he should have just made it into a chess match, and then that would have made it a lot more dangerous, for Boots to frustrate him, heading into the late game to make the fight more competitive. So either way, credit to both men, and I think Xander's ceiling will be a lot stronger at the higher weight classes, but he just needs to work better on his fundamentals defensively and not try to get into these firefights. And then same thing for Boots too, because I think for him, he was how should I say, he was fighting too much off of but the ego to try to make himself how should I say primarily try to look too good for his fans. So I think he played himself into that trap, and therefore his defense was being highly exploited. So I think if he tries to fight like that against a guy like Sebastian Fundora or even Virgil Ortiz or anybody else within the division, I think Jaron Ennis gets brutally knocked out. So I think
I mean,
yeah.
I actually feel like Boots took Xander out of his element and forced him to fight instead of sticking and moving. Like once Boots started to apply pressure, Xander couldn't really get back into boxing on the outside, and it ended up being like a inside fight most of the time. Like it was getting dragged into the kind of fight the crowd wanted
Look
to
at this
see,
guy.
right? And because of that, Xander hearing the crowd oohs and ahs, right, made him stay in the pocket to try and fight Boots. So that's like a mental thing right there.
Yeah, again, that's why that I said that the green deficiencies that Xander has,
Yeah.
that's something that he didn't really notice coming into the fight. So furthermore, if he knew how to adjust better with what was being
And
done
K,
throughout
But then,
that
K
particular
Rod.
but
exchange,
when you
I
think,
the
see
fight would have
that
been
too, K
different.
Rod.
but when you think of the way Xander fights, right?
Yeah.
He's mostly calm and collected most of the time. I go
Yeah,
back to that WBO fight where he won that belt. Like he fought like a true
yeah, but the
veteran,
Jorge Garcia
right?
fight, he fought way better in that fight.
So he was sticking and moving in that fight. Even the
Yeah,
fight with the boss where it became like a tough fight, he was sticking and
yeah,
moving in
Put
that.
it
Abbas.
put it like this.
But Boots, right?
If Xander had
Boots
like
is
a little bit of a
one second.
oh,
Boots
go ahead.
is so good at what he does. Like he knows how to mentally break guys down. Even I think the stances even gave Xander problems because if you watch the fight, right, Xander tried to stick and move. Xander tried to turn laterally, but he wasn't comfortable doing it. And every time Xander would turn laterally, Boots would always be on him. So it's like it's an experience. It's a difference in experience right there. Like Boots knows these type of situation, and Xander
What is going on right here in the chat, man? Why they so mad?
I
We
don't
just
understand. I don't understand that
what
either
the
because
fuck?
everybody to see real people are real quick to call people haters and shit like that. Like we're analyzing and talking about the fight. Like if
Yeah,
you clearly, I don't know who this guy is in the chat. I'm not too sure. I think I know. I'm not too sure. But I haven't. I've spoken a little bit, but it's while other people are talking. Like you could clearly see I'm a Xander fan because I literally have the picture of me with Xander. I did this on purpose. But at the same time, I'm a boxing fan. You feel me? And I don't hate on nobody. I picked Boots to win in
Exactly.
6. I picked
Exactly.
Boots to win in 6. The guy next to Xander, like nobody's hating on anybody. We're just giving our perspective, and nobody's butthurt. And like that's what I knew people were gonna do this shit because already people did it in the chats last night, and and I know I'm gonna get it to hear later. But like I was at the fight too, bro. Like, and I've got a Puerto Rican hat on, Puerto Rican shirt on, and everything. I rooted for Xander, but I know what I know, and I call it the way I see it. Like I'm very neutral. I got no bias. And any slight bias I may have is for people that I rock with, right? Because I want to see them do well. I don't want to see them lose. You know what I'm saying? But if you ask me, gun to my head, who's going to win, I'm going to always tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this shit is kind of weird to me.
It's weird.
Like, like, oh, Puerto Rico sucks and this and this and that. Like, these people come out crazy, bro. And I'm not saying what this gentleman did in the chat is saying that. I'm not saying he's saying that, but I'm seeing it. I'm like, look, dudes is wild.
A lot of people have been doing that.
Yeah, dudes is wild because like I'm from the Bronx, right? And like nobody would ever come out here and talk the same shit that I see some of these other people talking like, oh, Puerto Ricans are soft, and nobody would do that, bro. I swear to God, nobody would do that. And like already, I've seen it in certain chats, other people. Now, again, I'm not talking about the gentleman in the chat. I'm not. I'm just saying overall, like, there's no hatred. Like if I had a hatred for a fighter, I would openly say, yo, I can't stand this dude. You feel me? Like I always been like that. So like I don't. I knew this was gonna happen. I predicted this shit. You know what I'm saying? Not only did I predict Boots to win, I predicted that people were gonna discredit Xander and they were gonna find a way to discredit Boots in this fight, no matter who won and who lost. And at the end of the day, nobody cared about who. Nobody was gonna care about who won the fight. They only were gonna care about who lost and who they beat. They were never gonna look at it for the brightest spot of boxing, like because this was a great card for the sport. I think it was a great fight for the sport. They're never going to look at it that way. They're going to look at it like, oh, this guy's not that good because he struggled with this guy. Or this guy's not that good because he got hurt in this round. Or this guy's not that good because, you know what, Top Rank built him up and he was not that good and they just put him in good, easy fight. Like, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what all these fake boxing channels do, bro, is they spit all these narratives and they don't talk real boxing. You know what I'm saying? They always have a narrative to go ahead and maybe put out and defend their favorite fighter, and that's just corny.
Hey, Thomas, you know I got to do it, man, because you know I don't give a damn, man.
No, I feel you.
No, you my boy. You know, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If Xander Zayas had an in-and-out game and knew what shots to put together to hit Boots with all them flaws Boots got, he'd have knocked his ass out.
And that's a fair statement.
If he would have used his distance a little better and see how Boots keep dipping his head with his hands down and jump in and jump out, up and down, he would have hurt Boots bad. And I'm saying that
I was also
he need a little more experience. If he had like just a little bit of more bounce, up and down, moving, he would have hurt Boots bad. And I'm picking Fundora just so they can be mad. Good.
Yeah, well,
I think at this level, I don't think he's experienced enough for Boots yet. So he needs a little bit more experience before we could say.
And everybody knows he need more experience, so I don't know why they mad about that. It's the truth. He's 23 years old. He's not in his prime. Boots is in his prime. One guy's in his prime, the other guy's not. That's why Boots was a high favorite, and that's why everybody picked him to win.
But not
so
to
let's
say,
be honest.
Yeah, but I also think Boots is also like fading within his prime. So I mean, for him to like be at this particular stage, like he's doing good in terms of like what he knows that he's mastered. So therefore, he was able to execute the strategy well because he was able to see that the vulnerabilities that he was able to capture at that particular time frame.
I mean, you got to think about Boots' personality as well. Like Boots is a guy who wants to entertain the crowd. So when he does these things, he's doing it for that reason. Staying in the pocket when he's hurt. Just wants to show that he has different dynamics to his game. I feel that's something.
Okay, Thomas, cook on this for me. Cook on this because I felt like some of the guys that Bozy coached been getting hit with a lot of shots, and I feel like the reason is the catching. Bozy wants you to stand there and catch every shot.
Yeah.
So you see Andy Cruz in there trying to catch shots. You saw Jared Anderson, Jared Big Baby Miller, in there trying to catch shots with Piccoli. I seen him in the gym with Boots before that fight. How do you feel about catching shots rather than just moving out the way?
even an out of shape Fulton against Oshaki, like that's
trying
what
to catch shots.
Yeah, that was the same thing.
You get hit trying to catch shots, bro.
And that's why I looked a little silly, in explaining this fight. I thought the advantage, one of the small advantages that Xander had, and it was not many, it was very small. I think I only get like 2 points that Xander may had a little advantage of, and I was proven wrong in this fight. And I said Centennial in the corner, because I think Centennial's a great guy, a great trainer, maybe not a greater trainer than Bozy, but I thought he was a better corner man as far as giving instructions. So I was wrong there because I didn't like the game plan, right? And I personally thought that Xander's jab was better than Boots because Boots doesn't really use the jab as much. And then Boots came out in the first round and he was using the jab. So I was proven wrong, and it happens, right? I'm not going to be right all the time. That was just my take on the two advantages I thought Xander may have had, and I was wrong about both. You feel me? So but Bozy is in the corner. It's just weird with him in the corner. Like I think he obviously does great with his fighters in the gym, right? I mean, he gets them ready for the fights, but I just sometimes think like his instructions in the corner are just a little too vague, and it's like, what are you doing? Go beat the guy up. You know what I'm saying? Go. You should go.
That's what he does.
I think
when it
very
gets to the
lazy.
highest level and you have to get really technical and give sound instructions, I think that's the beginning of the end, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beginning of the end. Right now, you getting these fights, guys are walking to you. You're trying to catch your showboat, your flash. You can punch. You're athletic. But when it gets really, really technical, I want to see that day.
Who said Boots is fading? I definitely didn't say that.
I think that was a teach.
I definitely would never say that. Boots, it's true.
Oh,
Boots
yeah,
dominated
like
the
I
fight.
said that.
Yeah,
I said that.
Boots dominated the fight. Boots, listen, this was an ass whipping, right? I have to say that with Xander next to me right here. This was an ass whipping, and it was a one-sided fight. And I kind of said this. I said I would love to see Xander have a moment in the fight. And then, Boots wins in 6, but I want to see a good moment from Xander in the fight. I think we get that. And Xander had a moment in the 3rd round. And so, like, everything I said leading up to the fight pretty much happened, and it's still happening because I also predicted how channels and the media and certain people are going to react to this fight. Everything is happening. But I did say that. I said, listen, I love Xander, and I think Xander, 23, is young, but I think he's been well matched, but he's also been prepped. He's fought some good opponents leading up to this. So that's why I can never discredit what he's done in the sport. Like 23-year-olds winning 2 titles, that's a good achievement. He didn't fight bums to get there. You know what I'm saying? And listen, he gets to prove it going forward because I thought the referee should have stopped it in the 5th round. I thought the fight was over in the 5th round. The referee gave him too many chances. I was waving in the crowd, stop the fight. I was like, I was like, throw in the towel. I was like, I'm screaming like I didn't want to see no more punishment being taken because sometimes that can end his career short because sometimes you don't come back from that. So I think Xander can come back from it because the way he the 6th round, it looked like Boots took that round off a little bit, even though he won the 6th round. Right, it looked like he took the round off a little bit, carried him a little bit, and then he went back to work in the 7th and eventually got the stoppage. So, but yeah, it was a domination, and he outworked him. He beat the guy up, bro. He beat the guy up, and Xander had a moment in the fight, and then of course everybody's going to talk about that moment, but they're not going to talk about the other 6 rounds, and that's just crazy. And listen, even in that 3rd round. Like I said, I thought he was only buzzed. I didn't think he was hurt. Everybody else is saying that, right? So I have to go back and watch. I thought he was.
He was toast, Thomas. He was toast,
okay,
man.
But he was still kind of shots in that 3rd round. He was still landing some good shots too. So.
Xander couldn't land that right hand again, man. Xander, man.
That's it. Yeah, man. I'm completely.
He's landing that right hand again. Boots going down.
Especially when you saw the first 2 stoppage, not stoppage, the first 2 stoppage with Ben Whitaker and Vargas, you would think that it would stop that how boosted
in the 5th round,
and they let that shit continue to the end of the round, which was crazy to me. But I mean, Xander came back and kind of survived and did his Boots is one of those fighters.
You a hating ass nigga, bro.
bruh. Why?
Xander couldn't land that right again, man.
I had $200 on Boots knocking him out. But when Xander hit his ass with that right hand, I was scared to death. I was scared to death.
Close to getting knocked out.
He was close to getting knocked out, Cash. He was.
Oh, he rocked him. He rocked him good.
Woo.
Yeah, TD.
I don't know if he was close to getting knocked out, but
I thought Xander was gonna knock him down, but he.
I'm hearing a lot of hating going around though, man. Motherfuckers see a great fight and got nothing to do but hate afterwards. Man, shit nasty work, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay. I'll just say this.
You knew that was going to happen.
He's a very good fighter.
Hey, Thomas, real quick, I thought this was my only path for Xander was for him to go in there and go at Boots and get him while he was when he had all his power in the first 3 rounds, and Xander went for it, man. Like Xander's a dog too, man. Shit.
Yeah, he has like a lot of heart, man. Like
Xander a dog.
Like honestly, throughout that whole fight, Xander wasn't really feeling like how should I say. Discouraged, like being being knocked down. I think if anything, he was trying to battle through the particular emotion, from Boots's pressure, and then each and every time that he got back up, he showed a lot more heart. And then Jaron Ennis, he was being more how should I say vulnerable.
Xander a dog, man. He went out there and gave us a great fight. He didn't do no safety first, try to lateral movement the whole fight. He went out there and went at Boots, man. Like, I can't say nothing bad about that kid, man.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, like if Xander used more of his boxing ability, I think
I'm a Xander Zayas fan, man.
A lot different if it definitely went over to the later rounds, because it's the truth is Jaron Ennis doesn't really go much to the distance anyways. He always tries to talk about, I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to do this. But it's usually guys that are mostly knockout punchers tend to fade a lot late game by not trying to go to the distance with more heavier skilled fighters. So I think stylistically Boots is more heavy offense, and a lot of his defensive flaws kick in once you start pressing on him and start bringing him to deeper waters.
Mm-hmm. Thomas, the crowd was going crazy. I could hear it on the TV, man. The crowd
was going crazy in the fight, and
it was.
And I thought it was more. Before the fight, I predicted that Boots would have more fans because Xander has not really fought in a big arena in New York. He's only fought in the theater. So, and they never really sold out the theater, which only holds about 5,500. So I thought Boots would have more fans. So as the card was going along, there was obviously more Puerto Ricans in the crowd. You could hear them, but there were a lot of Boots fans. So I would say it was close to 50-50 because when you heard the Boots, it wasn't boos, it was Boots they were yelling. So, but there was, it was about 50-50. So it's a lot of broken hearts and a lot of happy fans, but there was no craziness. Everybody was respectful.
A lot of broken hearts.
Hey, look at this guy, man.
A lot of Philadelphia Boost fans were being disrespectful to Xander.
There's no loser in a fight like that.
He said Xander ain't no dog.
It's how you lose, man. You can lose a fight like that and you still a winner, though, man. Motherfuckers can't talk no shit about Xander.
Thomas, I heard some boos.
Hey, this guy saying Xander ain't no dog. Xander's a dog, bro.
Xander is a fucking dog.
He's a dog, man. Why this guy hating in the chat, man?
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand, man. If he wasn't a dog, he would have quit. He would have ran. He would have ran if he wasn't no dog.
Yeah, Xander's a dog, man.
Xander a dog, man.
That's crazy.
Hater.
That's a hating comment.
Yeah,
you can't say
a hater ass fucking comment.
I agree with him what he was saying about Xander's power.
You wouldn't do it yourself either.
No, but I do agree with him about Xander's power because I've been saying that I didn't think Xander really has much power, but with this fight, he might have more confidence. Hold up. He might have more confidence in his power going forward. So we'll see what Xander does in this next fight. But yeah, I've always said that Xander's power was limited, compared to other Puerto Rican fighters that we loved and
that's a fact, Thomas. After seeing that, he don't really got to do all that extra lateral movement on a lot of people, man. He could sit down on some shots and fuck some people up, man.
Yeah.
Exactly, Cash. I love that you said that. He can punch.
Yeah, but I was also gonna say,
what's up, Southern T? Salute, bro.
Yeah, I was also gonna say, Xander.
What's good, brother? What's good?
Oh,
I agree. Hey, Thomas, I just want to say, Thomas, I heard you say 3 or 4 times. You said you don't think Boots was as hurt as everybody else. I'm with you on that, Thomas. I don't think he was as hurt as everybody think he was. I do think he was. I think he was hurt, but hurt people don't. Hurt people mechanics don't work like that. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
I mean,
His,
he is in
equilibrium was
shape,
off.
so he was
He had
still
to
bothering
recalibrate his
but
equilibrium,
he was
man.
hurt.
Well, I don't know, Southern C, because I've seen some fighters that when they get hurt, that's just a natural thing for them. They just keep swinging or they try to tie up. So
Nah,
I
but
don't know. That's
my
just
bad, my
something
bad.
that's in
Go ahead.
Boots. No, I was just saying that's something that's in Boots.
Marky Boots literally like he dodged them punches, bro, like Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like he
He's
wasn't
still
hurt, bro.
dangerous
He
when
was
he's
hurt.
hurt. Even when
Like,
he get hurt, he's
He
still
was hurt.
dangerous.
He was hurt. So maybe I did say he wasn't hurt. I didn't mean to say he wasn't hurt. I don't think he was as hurt as we thought, as everybody
I
thought.
agree with that. I thought so too. I thought
He was getting
he
hit.
was
Was
buzzed.
he about to go? Was he about to go to bed? Nah, but his legs
There
was
was
definitely
Man, he
doing
had
what
the
his jacket was.
stanky leg,
there
and
was
in the
as
fourth
there was
round,
as hurt as
Man,
there
he
was
ain't
as
had no
hurt
damn
as we
stanky legs, nigga.
he
Cut it
did
out.
have the
there was
stanky
as hurt as
Exaggerating, bro.
there was as hurt as I ever seen Boot.
Hey, when
True enough, there
Gamboa
was as
hit
hurt.
Bud had stinky legs, nigga. Bud ain't
Hey,
had
but
no
who
There
goddamn.
was
recovered faster? Who
Boots
recovered
ain't had no
faster,
fucking
Bud
stinky
or
legs,
Boots?
nigga.
Boots was
Boots
hurt.
recovered pretty fast. Hey, he recovered pretty fast, bro. He recovered pretty fast.
No, it took him 2 rounds. It took him 2 rounds to recover from that shit Xander put on his ass.
He's still
And,
dangerous though.
and the thing
I
was,
went, hey, look.
this
Now,
the
hey,
crazy
look.
part about it. When Xander hit Boots, he hit him with like one good shot. It wasn't even a combination. Just imagine if it was a combination.
Yeah, a combination.
God
Boots
damn.
definitely could have been stopped.
Y'all remember right before Xander got dropped? Right before Xander got dropped, he hurt Boots. Right before he got dropped.
Yeah, he did.
Right before he got dropped. Right before Boots dropped him, Boots was hurt.
And the
He
problem
hit him to the body.
the problem with what y'all saying is
Yeah, you're
Xander
talking
couldn't
about
hit
the
him with
fifth round,
Xander
right?
couldn't hit him with them concrete combinations.
What you
Because
say?
Boots was still throwing.
Yeah,
You
Boots
remember
is
when
still
Boots
stinging
got
him.
hurt?
Like I
When
said,
Boots
they
got
Bro,
hurt
he
that third
bobbed. Bro,
round,
he literally
came back
he
and hit
bobbed.
Xander with a triple right hook.
Yeah, he
3 right
bobbed.
hooks
That
in a
nigga
row.
bobbed. That nigga shoulder roll. That nigga shoulder
Man,
roll.
real with
Weave.
y'all,
Then
man.
do a 3 points.
Xander
And
a
then do a
better
3
fighter than
points
Boots, man.
combination. Shoulder roll. Hey,
Xander a
look.
better fighter than Boots,
Hurt man don't shoulder roll,
And he's
weave, 3
fucking
points
big.
You gotta
combination.
quit
What?
hating, bro.
Xander a better fighter than Boots, man. He's just too young, man. He's just too young.
Man,
He's a
get
better
the
fighter than Boots.
brother.
Higher
Stop
ceiling.
dipping your joints.
Higher ceiling.
Stop
Tommy, you
dipping
gotta
your
get some
joints
order.
in
One at a
formaldehyde.
time,
Tommy,
Stop
guys.
doing
One at a
that.
time, guys. One at a time.
Xander got a higher ceiling than Boots, man, and that's just the facts, man. Boots gonna get knocked the fuck out, man.
That's a
Let's
high
be
fuck,
honest.
man. That's a high fucking ceiling, though.
Sebastian
Hey,
Fundora.
that's a big ass room that you in, there, my brother. That's the biggest room you in, my brother.
Oh, he got a higher ceiling.
Hey, that's a big ass room that
Boots
you in.
ain't done too much for Xander to have a higher ceiling than him. Xander got a
That's a
higher
big
ceiling than
room.
Boots.
That's a big room that you
We
in.
might get this fight again at 160 later on, man. Shit.
A higher ceiling, like what you mean? Yeah, what you mean? Like you mean like in the ring, or you talking about like accomplishments
In the
and
ring.
achievements?
Just chatting,
In
bro.
the
He's just
ring.
chatting.
He gonna beat more
No, I don't know about
champions.
in the ring. I don't know about in the ring. I give you the other one though. I maybe give you the accomplishment. I don't know about in the ring.
That's cash crypto. I still knew that was that. That brother is trolling.
What you say, Marky?
And y'all talking to.
You're just trolling.
I don't think Boots could get
I'm gonna tell
much
y'all
better.
what else I think. I also
think Boots
disagree
could
with
get much
y'all.
better.
I think Xander should have used the lateral movement instead of trying to fight Boots, because that's what Boots struggled with more. He struggled with movers more than he struggled with bangers. I think he should have used the lateral movement.
That's just a
Go
narrative.
ahead. Now y'all can go ahead.
I know somebody in the
struggle
chat
with no
didn't just
damn
bring
movers.
up Debo Devin Haney, because y'all know what would have happened if Debo hit him with a shot like that.
Man, Devin wouldn't have lasted 3 rounds, nigga. Cut that shit out, bro.
Yeah, Cash.
Hey, I was.
Come on, man.
See Devin
Can we
coming
talk
boom
about?
after the
Hey,
fight.
can we talk about
I wouldn't
things?
mind seeing that.
Can we talk about realistic fights? Like
Okay.
realistic fights.
Okay, you're right.
Can we talk about realistic fights, man?
You're right.
Let's talk about.
I can't believe he agree with me.
I agree with you, brother.
Y'all keep
That nigga
going
said
back
you right.
on what could have happened. That shit didn't exist. What could have happened? We should just be talking about what the fuck happened. Fuck this shit that don't exist.
We got a great
Talk
fight.
about what happened, not about what could have happened. That didn't happen. So we're not going to talk about something that didn't exist last night. We need to talk about and stick to what took place that actually existed. Not this the recap, motherfucker. Oh, well, I would have did this. I would have did that. Woulda, coulda, shoulda did not exist, man. Let's talk about what took place.
Great fight.
Niggas that kill noise with all the nonsense and he's better. Look, the man lost 20, so he's not better. So let's just leave that alone.
No,
Let's
no,
just leave.
Lomachenko lost to
No.
Tiafimo. Lomachenko lost to
Listen,
Tiafimo.
I don't give a damn about no Teofimo.
What
I don't give a
saying,
damn about no
Lomachenko lost to Tiafimo, and Lomachenko is better.
Yeah, that's true.
I think.
Well, what that got to do with
I
last
think-
night? Nothing. It ain't got
Well,
nothing.
I'm
Because
saying-
we were one of those dudes like Xander Boots. We were one of those guys that like Xander Boots. So what are we talking about here?
Talk to him, Chris.
That's why I said
analogy,
Xander
bro.
is a better fighter than Boots, but he just lost. That's okay.
Well, stick to that. He just lost, bro. We not talking about who's better. We talking about who won and who lost.
I'm talking about who's better.
That didn't exist last night.
He ain't better.
That didn't exist
ain't better,
last
though.
night. So I'm not trying to hear that.
Not right
if he
now.
was better, he would have won last night.
Not
I'm not
right
trying
now,
to hear
but-
none of that. Here you go with the excuses. Here y'all go with the excuses. If he was better, he would have won last night. No
Man,
excuses.
he's a baby. Xander's a baby, man. Xander's a
I don't want to
baby,
hear
man.
none of that. He lost
He's
to
a
the
baby,
man, so he's
man.
not better than him.
No.
Xander too young, man.
I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that.
Nah, he is too
I don't
young,
want to hear
man.
none of that. There's no excuses. Xander's a
realize how
bad
good
boy,
Boots really is, though?
and he lost the guy. Boots, that's all that
Hey.
he too young shit and all that. It was motherfuckers younger than him that had belts
What
and
Boots-
shit. How old
what
was
Boots
Ali? How
show
old was
you-
Tyson and all that shit? What y'all talking about, man? Talk boxing reality, not this bullcrap.
Bro, real quick,
What y'all
guys.
talking about?
We can't do
Hold on,
that
hold on.
because when we go ahead and say, "Oh, Xander too young," that's why I knew people were. We can't do that, bro.
Yeah,
because
I'm not like
He
I'm
is
not-
too young,
discrediting.
Thomas.
Man, Xander a bad
He too
Xander a bad
young,
motherfucker,
Thomas.
man. He been a bad motherfucker. He gonna be a bad motherfucker.
Yeah,
That was a great fight. He,
Xander's
That was a
No,
great
he's
fight.
too young, man. He's too young.
No, bro. That man did. But that man did damn good. Xander hurt Boots more. Xander hurt Boots more than we ever seen Boots hurt in our life. We never seen nobody make Boots look like that, bro.
And he's a baby.
That's what. Right, but he's not better. Hey, look.
Nah, bro, like, you can't be saying
He's
that,
got
bro.
23.
Hold up.
He's got 23
Bro,
fights.
he's been-
That was his
One at a
24th
time,
fight.
y'all.
That was his
Hold up.
24th
One
fight
at a
last night.
time.
Yeah,
He's
he-
not a baby.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
I'll just
That's
say
a
this
lot
and
of
I'll
fights,
land my
right, Thomas?
plane.
A lot of
I'll
fights.
say this and I'll land my plane. Boots
You can't
is a
say
good
Xander
fighter.
is. You can't say Xander. You can't say
I can-
Xander is a baby. Xander started boxing and professionally at 16 years old. He's been
Xander
fighting
is a
for
baby.
a while.
He
He is a
experienced though.
baby. I
Yeah,
can't
fact.
say he is a better baby.
He experienced though. He experienced though.
Oh no, he's not a baby. He's a grown man who was a unified champion. He's a grown man who was
He
a
don't even got
unified
his
Yeah,
grown
he-
man
for sure.
strength yet. He
He
don't even got his
legit.
grown
He
man
legit.
strength yet.
Hold up.
He legit.
whether
Nah,
you
he
believe
legit.
it
He's
or-
legit.
hold up,
He
whether
legit
you
for
believe
sure.
he has his
Cook,
grown
man, let
man
D Free
strength
cook.
now or not, whether you believe he has his grown man strength or not, the man was a unified champion, the only unified champion at 154 pounds. The man is not a baby. He's a grown
Brother.
man that knows how to fight. He's not as experienced as Jaron Ennis, but he is not a baby. He's
He's
fought
a
a
baby,
lot of
man.
tough individuals. He
Hey,
fought a
man,
lot of
if you
tough
look it up,
individuals in his
he's a
career.
rookie
if you look it up on any website and you ask when is a boxer's physical prime, it'll tell you between like 26 and 30, brother.
I don't
The
care
man
nothing
only
about
23.
that. I don't care nothing about that.
Everybody different.
Okay, you can't care about it, but it's a fact. It's a
The man
fact.
still was okay. The man, what did the man lose any fights prior to fighting Boots?
No,
Was the man unified champion?
he was.
Yes.
Okay, so what
Xander
are
a
you
bad
talking about?
motherfucker, man.
Somebody had to fight him. You saying he's a baby? He has to defend the titles. Somebody
Shout out to
gotta fight him.
Xander for fighting him.
And he the big
Somebody
dog.
gotta fight him.
He fought who they wouldn't fight, but he was too young. That's a fact.
He was not too young.
Oh,
If he
yeah,
was
he
too
was.
young, he wouldn't have been. If he was too young, he wouldn't have been a unified champion.
He was too
He wouldn't have
young.
been a unified champion.
He was
He
too
wouldn't
young
have
for
been a
that kind of
unified
fight. He was too young for that
No.
fight.
No, you're never. If you are
Ali
the
was too young
champion,
for the lifting fight.
hold up. If you are the champion, you are not too young to fight at the top level. You are the champion. You're not too
Yeah,
young.
it still don't take away the fact it's a little too early. It still don't take away the fact it's a little too early.
How can it be too early when he was the champion? He
All right,
wasn't fighting for.
well, I'll just say this.
He was not fighting
Give
for
Xander,
Boots'
give,
title.
And
Give
Xander asked
Xander
for
a
the
few more
smoke.
years,
If
and
I'm
when Xander
mistaken,
becomes
Xander
champion
asked for
at
the smoke.
160, Boots
It would make
rematch him.
sense, but it would make sense if he was fighting for Boots' title, but Boots was fighting for his title.
We having the wrong
Boots was fighting for
conversation right now, man. We having the wrong conversation right now.
They
We
don't want
having
to
the wrong
acknowledge the
conversation right now.
truth. They just don't
I
want to
think
acknowledge
no,
the truth.
look, no, bro. I don't think I'm disagreeing with you. I'm agreeing with D Free, but for a different reason, right, bro. I'm disagreeing with you because I'm talking like the fighter that Boost is. Xander is never going to beat. Xander is not capable of doing the stuff that
Yes,
Boost
he
can do in the
can.
ring.
He could beat
That's
that dude. He
no,
could
he
beat that.
can't. Xander is,
Yeah, he
hey,
can.
bro. Xander is damn good, bro. He's damn. I think he's more athletic than people give him credit for. I think he can box his ass off. Again, I think he should have boxed more last night instead of bang. But I think he can box his ass off, bro. But he can, like, he would never be if you
They need a
you
rematch
just
at
if
160. They need a rematch at 160. I think Xander, when he get 26, 27, and he fight Boots and they a little bit, I think Xander can beat Boots. Absolutely.
Yeah, plus
they
Xander's
so you
trying
saying
to
in
take
3 years. So you
Trying
saying
to
in 3 years.
In
bigger
three
trying to
fighter.
years,
You
he
age
saying in
could
three
beat
Boots
that
years.
dude.
now. He's trying to age Boots out now.
He could
Some
beat that
they
dude
second.
in a
they
couple
may
years.
He can scale better at the larger weight classes.
they may
Oh
they
man,
may
yeah,
re,
it's
they
getting
may rematch they
29
may
right now.
rematch
Yeah,
at 160. They may rematch down the line from now, but at this current moment, he's not a better fighter. You saying
you can't
Xander
fuck with him.
Zayas
Yeah,
has
he can't.
you saying Xander
No,
Zayas has
Xander
a
Zayas
higher
took on a good
ceiling.
challenge, and he urged to be
Xander
the
Zayas
best.
is who he is. That's what Xander Zayas has always been as a
He a
fighter.
damn good
He's
fighter,
got
bro.
he
And he
got
Yeah,
better
he's a
at his
pure
skill
boxer,
level. He
semi
got
puncher.
better at his skill level, but what you see with Xander Zayas is what you see with Xander Zayas. He's gotten
No,
better
no, no, no,
No,
no,
yeah.
no,
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 D,
no,
no,
no.
D free. I can't
Listen,
agree with you about
hold
Yeah,
that
on.
yeah,
either.
that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I'm
Let
not
him finish.
asking y'all. I'm not asking y'all to agree. I've been watching Xander Zayas since he first fought as a pro. Maybe me and Thomas might have been the only ones because me and Thomas is Puerto Rican. So
Uh
we
uh
might have been the only ones
uh
that
uh
watched his
uh
first fight. But at the
uh
end of the
uh
day, if you watch Xander Zayas' very first fight and you watch the fight that he just fought last night, he fight the exact same way in every fight. He's gotten better at his
Wasn't
skill
even
level.
fighting
But
like that versus
that,
LaBaz.
I
no,
would.
but
Hey,
that
D
is
free.
that is his skill
Oh
level.
no,
That's
but
his skill level.
Xander actually used to like last night wasn't as of late. It's been an anomaly because he been boxing like I said laterally and shit. Now as his maturation, but when he first started, he was a puncher, quote unquote, like a come forward, walk you down punch guy. He reverted back to that last night against Boots when I think he should have brought the other guy to the ring, the lateral
Okay,
And
movement.
was it
that's
Yeah,
just
he
a
should have.
exactly what
He
I'm
on?
should have
Hold
used
on,
his.
was it just an
saying.
onslaught? He just got. Boost just whelmed on him.
Now
There's
Xander,
nothing he can do. No, no, no.
But
There's nothing he could do at that
go
point.
ahead,
He
go ahead, go
got
ahead.
the first round. It was a tornado towards him, and like his boxing IQ is not there yet. But he's not going. He's not going to get. As long as he keeps going, he's going to get
Now don't
only
do that,
better.
bro.
He's going to get better.
Nah,
You
bro,
can't.
don't
no,
be
Do
don't
that,
be
bro.
saying that. Come on, big dog.
y'all not
Well, you
no,
don't think he's
y'all
going to
not
get better?
Xander
You
got
don't
an
think he's not going
attitude,
to
bro.
get
Don't
better?
do
No,
that,
Man,
bro.
no,
Xander will
you're
get
not
better.
Xander
no,
damn good.
downgrade him.
Xander
Xander
You
will
don't
damn
think
get
Xander's
good,
better.
going to get
y'all.
better? Teach. You don't think Xander's going to
Xander,
get better?
y'all acting like Xander
No,
Ryan
because
Garcia or
still in
something,
that
bro. Xander is a
20
hell
No,
of a
he's
fighter,
not
bro.
Ryan
That
Garcia,
dude's a
bro.
hell of
no,
a fighter, bro.
listen what I'm
Xander
saying.
has improved a
Xander
lot.
Zayas,
He's gonna be better.
his ring IQ will get better. His skill set is what his skill set is. He's
No, he
not
can
going to
get better.
change his skill set. He's
He
not.
can get
No,
better at
you
his skill
can.
set.
Oh, hold on, man. Stop talking while I'm talking. Hold on. You can get better at your skill set. He's not going to change what he does. He can get better at it. That comes with experience. That comes with practice. The same way if a person is a three-point shooter, he's a three-point shooter. He's going to get better at being a three-point shooter. His percentage is going to go up the more shots that he practices on. Xander Zayas is what he is. He's not going to be a type of fighter like Jaron Boots Ennis is. Jaron Boots Ennis is a different type of
Yeah,
fighter. You saying
I'm
you
not
trying
saying
to
yeah,
he
yeah.
be
say
Yeah,
the same fighter
he
as him.
doesn't
He
need to
gonna be
That's
be.
what I'm
himself,
saying,
but he gonna be
and
better.
that's what I'm saying.
Here.
I don't know why you guys don't think he's going to get any better. I mean, I don't understand where
No,
you guys are coming from.
I think he
No,
will.
we not saying he not gonna get better, big dog. What
saying
we saying is
not
Booth has
saying.
a completely different skill set. Like
I'm
he
not
got
comparing
more
him to Boots.
weapons.
I'm not
Are
comparing
He
him to
y'all
got
not?
Boots.
more.
Why? I'm just not.
Are y'all?
Now that's the
Are
conversation.
y'all not?
That's the
Are
conversation that we
y'all?
having though, big dog.
Oh, okay. My fault.
We
Okay.
Yeah,
we
no,
have
Wait,
yeah. Well,
is he
I'm not saying he's not going to get better. He's going to get better with experience. You're going to get better, but he's still going to be the same type of fighter that he is. That's
Bro,
his
that makes
skill
no
set.
sense. You're not making sense with
Boots
that.
got more weapons.
What I'm saying
Boots
is
got
this.
more weapons in the bag.
What I'm
No,
saying is this.
He got more weapons.
Don't try to strong arm my argument. What I'm saying is this. In 3 years, with more experience, after having this fight, after getting bigger, getting stronger, getting more knowledge, he's going to be a different fighter than what we've seen yesterday. Don't say
Of
nothing
course.
about his skill.
Of
He's going
course,
to
he's
be
going to be a different
better
fighter.
fighter.
On top of that, his
So is
training
Boots
regimen
though,
will get
nigga.
better.
So is Boots. What are you saying?
Boots reached his
Boots
ceiling.
gonna be
That's it.
bigger. Boots
No,
can
that's
get
it.
bigger.
Boots
Your
I don't,
argument
you
goes for
can't say he
both
reached his
sides, bro.
ceiling.
I
You
don't.
can't.
I don't.
Hold on, hold on, hold
29
on,
years
bro.
old?
Hold on, bro.
Boots
You can't
reached
say
his
that
Hold on,
about
bro.
you reached his ceiling. That's not
yeah.
true.
Hold on,
Yeah,
man.
Boots reached his ceiling.
Bro,
No, he
Boots ain't
didn't.
even pulled all the tools out the bag yet.
Because he ain't mentally good like that. Mentally, he ain't that
Bro, Boots
good.
is
Bays,
walking
you
people
just
down.
hating, bro.
Mentally, he ain't
Yeah,
that
that
good.
Boots
sounds
is
like some
walking.
hate right there.
Bro, Boots is
That
walking
Mentally,
sounds like
he
people
some
ain't
hate
that
down.
right
good.
there.
So his
Hold on,
potential is kind of like a little bit.
Mentally.
hold up. You
Boots is
saying
walking people
Boost
down, bro. That's what he
no,
doing.
you said Boost has reached his
Yeah, based off
ceiling,
of favorite
Yeah.
weapons.
but based what most people say, they say Boost hasn't fought anybody. So if Boost hasn't fought
Boots just walked
anybody,
down.
Boots in his
listen to what I'm
prime,
saying.
D Free.
Boots just Boots.
Hold up. Based off of what y'all saying, you saying you get better with experience. You get better with better opposition. If you saying Boots hasn't fought anybody, well, if he fights better fighters, that means he's going to get better. So he couldn't have reached the ceiling if he hasn't fought anybody yet.
No, but he's 29 years old. He's in his physical prime.
D free. He's saying that because he's just saying it, man. He's not. He's like he can't.
Yeah,
He
That
that's
don't
don't
try
make
to
sense,
argue
dog.
that. Don't argue
plausible.
that shit,
Hey
Boots
guys,
is
real
in his
quick, guys.
physical prime, is he not?
dude. No,
Bro,
that's
Boots
not
has
even.
many weapons. Bro, that dude got hella weapons, bro. That's all I'm saying. That
Guys,
dude
real
got
quick.
hella weapons that he
No, I
ain't
don't
even using
understand
all
this.
his weapons yet.
You got many
What you
Hold on, guys,
telling me?
It's
guys,
not
What you
about. It's,
real quick. Let me
what you
just say
saying?
something. Hold on, D3. I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. I gotta bounce. I gotta do this radio show in a little bit.
okay,
So
okay.
D3 intro. I'll control the chat. Like, and if anybody want to come up, I'll drop the link again. You guys can keep going and going. D3, you end it when you end it. If I finish in
All right.
time, I'll come back. You know what I'm saying? But you in control, D3. And then guys, be respectful. Let everybody talk. This is a great conversation. Good debate. We had a great fight last night. I appreciate everybody coming up and continue cooking, but just show respect, for everybody else. You feel me? So
Yeah.
All right, Tommy.
All
All
right.
right, peace out,
All
Tommy.
right, T.
This is what I gotta understand. So when you in your prime, you're saying you can't get better because you in your prime. That's what you're telling me?
That's
What I'm
cap.
saying is, Boots Ennis and his team has a mental cap, right? They just think that they're gonna
What?
be able to beat. They think they're gonna be able to out bully, out tough everybody.
I see
They
what's
try to
going on.
catch every shot. They just try to outman everybody. They don't fight technical. They just go out there and brawl. And I'm
Oh,
saying that
whoa.
that is a mental flaw.
Have you
Oh, I
heard
don't know about.
have you
Oh no.
If
That's
you
a
can't
have you
stop me
mental
heard
from
what
getting
flaw.
to the
Moses
rack, I'm gonna
said?
get to the rack until you make
Let
me
me say
shoot.
this. One more thing. 20 seconds. Boots refuses to stay on the outside for more than a round. He refuses to use his
Oh,
jab consistently throughout the whole fight.
Can't
He not a
oh.
can't
safety
stop me
first
from getting
fighter,
to the
bro.
rack.
You
Stop
I'm
gotta
gonna
saying
have
get
that
to the rack.
shit.
respect for those
Hey,
guys,
Big Dog
man.
Willie, why you saying that shit while I'm talking? I'm not lying. Go watch the fight. He didn't use his
Dude,
jab
No.
for
dude,
more
you
than one
don't think?
fight.
No, I'm not talking about that. You don't think he will learn from that third round
You can't
Bro,
yesterday?
stop
You
me.
don't think he will
he
learn from that?
You
he
can't stop me
wants
from
to
getting to
fight
the
on
rack.
the inside only. That's where he want to
You can't
fight.
stop me from getting to the rack.
It
No.
don't
Okay,
matter. Hey,
go ahead, man.
somebody
Finish
will.
what you gotta say. Finish what you gotta say,
Steven,
man.
You can't stop
somebody
me from getting
will.
to the rack.
Somebody
I'm
will,
getting to the
Steven.
rack until you make me shoot. I'm going to
Hey,
the rack until you make me shoot.
hey, they put a wall up on Giannis' ass. They gonna put a wall up
No.
on Boots'
Hey,
ass. Keep running
hey,
into
No.
that.
He's not
hey,
on the inside
hey.
only though. He's
I'm
mid
going to the
range to
rack
the
until you
But
inside
make me
too.
Cash,
shoot.
Have you
he refuses to stay on the outside. He
no,
refuses.
have
He's
you
not a
listened to what
safety first fighter,
have you listened
bro.
to what Bozy
You can
said?
fight on the outside
Bozy,
and be a killer, Cash.
okay, but what Bozy said was nobody has made him go into his bag yet. He said there's a lot more to Boots. He just hasn't have to use it. It's the same thing that I used to
Exactly.
say about Gary Antoine. I said Gary Antoine can box. They be like, oh, he's just a come forward fighter. All he does is fight on the inside. I said Gary Antoine can box. He just hasn't had to. When he got in there with El Rayo, he showed everybody that he can box. He just didn't have to. So it's the same thing with Jaron Buzinnis. He fights on the inside because he doesn't have to fight any other way until somebody makes him have to fight another way. That's what you get when you get guys that fight at a different level than other guys. They say, okay, I can do what I want. So until you make me do something else, I'm going to do what I want. Right now, nobody has made him do anything else. So he's been doing what he want to do.
So what I've seen through history, and I looked at my favorite fighters, Roy Jones, Andre Ward, Floyd, Bud Crawford, all of these guys, what they decide to do is they box and they see everything that they can take advantage of, and then they go in there and execute you. Did you
hear what you just said? Did you hear what you just said?
They go in there and box first. This dude's fight first.
Before what you said, they go in there and box. You said they chose to go in there and box. They chose to go in there and box.
They go in there and box first so that they can find holes that they can take advantage of.
They chose to go in there and box first. They chose to go box first because nobody they chose to do it because ain't nobody make them do anything different. They chose to do it. That's what I'm telling you. Boost is choosing to fight on the inside until somebody makes him do something different.
I don't know how many of Boost guys you've seen Fraze, but Boost box from 3 different ranges: outside, mid range,
everywhere. He box from everywhere.
That's a fact. But I bet you he won't do that. I bet you won't do that again against a better fight. He won't do that again. I hope not. He won't do that again because that wasn't smart. Some of those rounds wasn't smart. So I can see what FaZe is talking about.
Boots is an entertainer, y'all.
He can be entertained, but you get knocked out being an entertainer too.
Big dog.
Hey, Mike Tyson said.
Tell him.
Mike Tyson said everybody got a play until they get hit in the mouth. Boots said, I ain't gonna use my play until you hit me in the mouth.
I mean,
well, no, it might be too late if he get hit. If Crawford would hit him in the mouth like that, it wouldn't be nothing left to mess with.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear no ifs. I don't want to hear no ifs, bro, because he could have did it.
You can't do that with everybody. You cannot do that with everybody.
But he hit Crawford in the mouth. If he hit Crawford in the mouth, Crawford going to bed too.
Really, bro. You just chatting.
So he hit Crawford in the mouth, Crawford going to bed too.
Leave Crawford out of it. No, leave
Crawford. If he hit Crawford in the mouth, Crawford going to bed too. So I don't want to hear that.
Okay, now you just talking now.
So you really just chatting. That's all you doing.
Please, let's leave Crawford out of this.
Please, exactly. I agree with him. Let's leave Crawford out of
that nigga. Leave him out of it.
Leave Crawford out of this.
Yeah, leave him out of it. Boots will smoke that nigga.
Please leave Crawford out of this.
Because we can't see it.
Why we so focused on criticism for what a person did? I'm listening. I'm hearing more making freaking criticism than anything. And this is what's wrong with boxing.
Crush.
Talking real time.
Before you cook on this, Crush, it's the expectations. Everybody putting on him and he putting on himself, saying all the Hall of Famers is easy work. It's him. He brought it on himself, Crush. That's all I'm saying to you, brother. Go ahead, cook. He brought it on himself.
Who said he gonna knock him the fuck out?
Let me finish.
Now, Bud said he gonna knock him the fuck out.
Listen, listen, let me finish, y'all. I don't give a damn about what Bud Crawford is saying. He's retired. I don't give a damn about what he's saying. He can give me 5 mics with a couple bars. I don't care about no retired fighter. The thing is this, right? Every fighter puts this ish in criticism on themselves. He ain't the first, and he damn sure ain't gonna be the last. He ain't the only one right now. Because there's a lot of fighters beat that criticism on themselves. Look at all the inactive ones. They ain't doing a goddamn thing. I'm concentrating on who's doing what and what they did. The man won the damn fight. No matter what the hell he didn't do right, he did enough to win the fight. That's all that matters. Everything else does not matter. Because we ain't the corner. He won the fight. So he did enough with all his making freaking flaws, ladies and gentlemen. He won the fight. Keep it there. What could have, should have, and what will happen next don't exist. Until it does exist, Let's stay away from it because it's messing up a good conversation. Both men have flaws.
Yeah.
Both of them. So we don't need to be, just because you're not a fan of boots, right now be a fan of goddamn boxing. I don't give a damn about that. I want boxing talk. I don't care who you're a fan of. I'm talking about boxing and who's involved. Not from a fan standpoint because I fell in love with the sport from the sport. I didn't know about the fighters until after I watched the damn sport. You hear me? It's a big difference. We're not going to keep doing this, man. For MF for one, he won. So all what he fell short of don't exist because it wasn't enough shortcomings for the motherfucker to lose the fight. It's up to the other person to take advantage of those shortcomings. Xander Zayas is going to be a future Hall of Famer. He just wasn't able to do it last night. Do that make
That's part of his
Xander
Hall of
any
Fame
less
career.
better than what the fuck he is? No, it don't. His age don't matter. He wouldn't have got there if he was too young. Ali wouldn't have fought Liston if he was too goddamn young. And then this goes on. So get out of here with that age stuff. Age don't matter right now. This is a gladiator sport. And y'all up there sitting there, this is age and age and this, that, and other. Well, if that was the case, then old ass men like Bernard Hopkins shouldn't have been running a goddamn clinic on a goddamn fucking weight class for a decade. George Foreman shouldn't have been able to do what the fuck he did at his goddamn age. So right now, when it comes to a gladiator sport, age don't matter. The age of your experience, your skill set, and your will to conquer and execute your plan is what matters. So get up on out of here with this milk and cookie talk and all this goddamn activity table talk. Oh, he was too young. Shut up. You're too old to be sounding like that. Because if the man would have whooped Booth's ass, you would have been having a whole nother conversation, wouldn't you? Yeah, we would be having a whole different conversation, but the reason why we ain't gonna have that because it didn't exist. So stick to what existed and not what you think should exist and what's going to happen next. Because we don't know what's going to happen next. We won't know until they get in the ring. You can say what you want. Hold on, I'm about to land this plane, homie. Give me 30 more seconds. I don't give a damn about what you think Fundora would do. Until it exists, Fundora ain't doing a damn thing. Until it exists, we ain't doing a damn thing against Fundora. And whoever the freak else. We're going to talk about this goddamn fight and stick to the script, and we need to start talking about next weekend, baby, because it's on in Ohio.
Hey, that's stick to the script, yo. Hey, Crush, I ain't gonna lie, man. I had $200 on Boots getting the stoppage, and he got it. But I was willing to lose that $200 to see Boots get his ass knocked out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a hater, nigga.
You're a hater.
Yeah.
He being honest. He being honest, babe.
You the good type of hater. You the good type of hater, though. You the good type of hater. You acknowledge.
Oh, shit.
You acknowledge. You hate Boots like I hate Tank.
Right now. That's the reason why you're saying everything you're saying right now, because you wanted.
Yeah, he can acknowledge, but not he the good type of hater though, because he can acknowledge that he hate. Because you see, he just told like I'm a hater, bro. I'm a hater. You see, I'm a hater. So he
I was willing to take that $200 loss just to see his ass getting knocked out in that third round.
I got fights like that on with too. I got fights like that on with.
Hey, I was nervous though. I was nervous about that though.
I was rooting.
But you don't hate nobody bad though. You notice that like you don't hate nobody sorry. Like you don't hate on sorry people. You ain't never hated nobody. You ain't never hated nobody sorry at nothing. You know what I mean?
No,
yeah,
I was rooting for Xander Zayas because
fighters get hate.
Puerto Rican. I wanted Xander Zayas to win, but I knew that Jaron Ennis is a much better fighter than Xander Zayas. That's why I picked a 7th round knockout, and I said that 2 weeks ago. I said Jaron Ennis is going to knock him out in the 7th round, and I said it wasn't going to be a knockout. His corner's going to stop it. They're not going to let him get beat up like that, and that's exactly what happened. His corner stopped that fight. They were like, "No, he's taking too much punishment. We're not letting this young kid get beat up like that."
No, that was unnecessary. Yeah.
He got a long career left. We're not gonna let him get beat up. Jaron Ennis is a different breed. We know it was a tough fight going in here, but we have faith in him, and he just wasn't good enough. So we're gonna save him for the next time. It is what it is.
I know one thing. Whoever's Xander fight next, he gonna kill him. This is just nothing but to to spark him up some more because he is damn good. That's why nobody should be upset about if Xander lost. He lost to Bruce Ennis. And for the haters, the reality is this.
Hey, Crush, I got a quick question. Him going up to 160, he's going to run 160 by himself. It's going to be him and nobody else. So
you got that Jesus Ramos up there now.
Yeah, I think at 160 he runs a gambit up there.
Nah, a dumbass just went up there too. Or he
Big Dog Willie? I think he beat up everybody up there. Everybody.
Yo-Yo.
At 160?
Yeah.
I don't know about Yo-Yo.
You got Yo-Yo.
Hey, Yo-Yo, a bad motherfucker, but I want to see
You got a couple guys up there 160. It's a couple guys up there.
You got what's his name?
I think he runs the table up there.
I don't want Xander to turn into this. I don't want Xander to turn into this stand in front of you fighter, bro. I'm not with that. I ain't with this stand in front of you Xander. I don't like that. I don't like. My respect grew for Xander when he turned into the boxer. I was like, this nigga really elevated. He really like you can see the evolution of his game. He went from a come forward fighter to a goddamn boxer. I respected that, and he went out there and he just fucking stood in front of Boots. That's what Boots wanted you to do. He wanted you to do that.
Like Xander tried to.
And by stood in front of him, I mean he traded with him. That's what I mean. I don't mean he was a punching bag. He traded with him. You know what I'm saying? He traded with him. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go punch with. No, you never go punch with.
You see
that? Go head up with him. You try to go head up with him, and that was a mistake. Yeah,
laterally he couldn't. Because
I don't think he should get like you gotta frustrate Boots, man. You gotta frustrate Boots with moves, make him miss you. You gotta make Boots miss you. That's how you at least that's how I would approach it, right? That's how just for me looking on the outside in, I think that's how you frustrate Boots, make him miss you. Not trade with him because he's gonna be faster than you, he's twitchier than you. You right? Most people. Anyway, so that's not how you beat Boots.
I think Xander took that approach because leading up to the fight, he kept saying he's not going to let Boots have.
He delivered, bro. Yeah.
And so when he
delivered,
he came
he
in
delivered.
He tried to give him something different. He said, "Okay, I told him I wasn't going to stand in front of him. Now I'm gonna stand in front of him."
He delivered.
Yeah.
And
you know what you? My fault for it.
For whatever. Boots said, "I'm gonna be ready for whatever he brings," and Boots was ready.
Yeah,
you're not
finna beat Boots. You're not finna beat Boots trying to run from him for 12 rounds. You got to be willing to punch with him sometimes. So
not run from him. You know what I'm saying? But pick your. Go ahead.
No, Devin Haney might give him something. So
man, Devin get beat the fuck up in 3 rounds. Cut it out.
Yeah. This what you got to do.
If he don't knock,
one thing. And then if y'all listening, y'all listening good. Not hear anybody repeat it. Y'all got it right here. Here's the thing. There's a few things you can neutralize on Boots Ennis. But you know what the main thing you need to control? His speed. If you got perfect timing and can take and you can control his speed, he's gonna have to use his head a little more. Like, this is my guy, and I'm telling you what the weakness is. I talk boxing. He gets in there with a guy that can neutralize his speed and deal with it.
Oh.
It's gonna make him have to use his thinker. Also, it's gonna make him have to sit down more. And then he likes to gamble. Nah, Devin Haney too. Nah, not Devin Haney.
That's a hell of a gamble, though, man. That's a hell of a gamble in there.
Catch 100%.
That's a hell of a gamble in there training with Boots, though. That's a hell of a gamble.
Hey, Cash, what do you think about Boots' speed?
He got great speed. He be changing the speeds on his shots. So he got tempo changes.
That dude cold, man. Yeah, he cold.
Yeah.
What about his accuracy?
It sounds good, but it's not as easy to do as people think, obviously, man.
What about when he be missing shots leaning over his foot with the shots with his chin all out like that? You be seeing that?
I
got a high level of respect for someone who fights like an old school fighter who ain't scared to get in there and rumble, my nigga.
Exactly, bro. Boots be eating punches, bro. Yeah, he got moved to the left a little bit last night for the first time in his career, right? we seen Boots get moved to the left a little bit, right? But outside of that, bro, Boots be eating shots, bro. Like that dude, he lit like he built like he be walking through, but he just walked through. Bro, Xander a big dude, but he be walking through these people, bro. He be walking through these people, bro.
The thing is, The thing is, a lot of people said they wanted to see what would Boots do if he gets hurt. Well, you got that question answered.
You
Like
saw
you
it.
saw what he's able to do
You saw
hurt.
it.
Yeah.
You saw it. Shit. The same thing he did before he got hurt. Right? Now we know.
One thing I loved, like
Now we
soon as
know.
the bell rung, Boots took Xander to the corner. He was like, "Man, let me holler at you real quick, bro. You got a
Craft. That's
good
the same
style.
thing I said
Tell you one
earlier,
of
bro.
them." It was like, yeah, bro, we got him, but hey, bro, you got my respect, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out
Now
to
Xander
two
that
cold
bro. Xander
dudes,
that
man.
nigga, bro. Now Xander that nigga, bro, because he signed the contract, he stood down Boots Smoke, and he stood toe. I'm gonna give him credit for standing toe to toe with him, even though I don't think you should have done that. I think
You see,
he delivered.
Steven, you see this shit Aircraft saying in the motherfucking chat, man. This is why. This is why I be cooking his ass. Look at this. Boots a Sugar Ray Leonard and a
Yeah,
Hagler.
hey, I ain't gonna lie. I gave him the Hagler junk because I did say Boots
What did he
remind
say?
you of
What did he
like.
say? Hold on. What did he say?
Yeah, you right now.
He ain't got no chin like Hagler. Or
Wait,
No, not cheating like that. He's saying like
what did he say? Hold on. I didn't hear what he said.
You gotta look at what he's
Old school,
saying. He's saying he's a sugar.
old school fighter,
Boots
like
is
he ain't
Sugar
scared to
Ray
trade.
and a Hagler hybrid. What he's saying is he got hand speed and movement like Sugar Ray Leonard, but he's a switch hitter and a power puncher like Hagler. That's
Like
what he's
Hagler.
saying.
That's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much right there. That's a little bit too much.
The names throwing you off, but he really using the type of fighter, right? The name's throwing you off, right?
No,
But
that's doing too much. He don't have no chin like no goddamn Hagler.
now he got a chin though.
Not like no fucking Hagler.
Hagler might be top 5 though. Hagler might
Ain't
be
nobody
top
say
5
nothing
though.
about a chin. Ain't nobody
He
say
got a
nothing
chin
about a
though.
chin.
He got a beard. Now he got a beard though for sure.
Okay, this would be my biggest pushback. I'll say this. When we watch Sugar Ray Leonard, when he fought Hagler, when he fought Duran, when he fight these guys, he boxes first. He don't just go out there and get hit and fucked up
No,
in the beginning of the
Leonard
fight,
always
bro.
box.
He boxed.
Okay, but that's Sugar. But see, that's
No,
Sugar
no,
Ray Leonard.
I ain't gonna say always now. Sugar,
Maybe once or
sugar
twice.
mix it.
Hold on.
Sugar mix it
No,
up now.
this is
But
what
nah,
you
my bad. Nah, he right
this,
though. He a boxer for sure.
this,
He a boxer for sure.
no, this is what you gotta understand. You're talking about two different people. Sugar Ray Leonard is Sugar Ray Leonard. Jaron Bucenis is Jaron Bucenis. What he choose to do is what he choose to do. What Sugar choose to do is what Sugar choose to do. You saying, oh, see, Sugar Ray Leonard box first before he's
He
no,
made the
that's what
comparison, D3. I didn't make the Sugar Ray comparison, bro.
no. What you're saying, you're comparing what Sugar Ray Leonard did versus what Jaron Bucenis did. Sugar Ray Leonard, he chose to box. That's what he chose to do.
Yeah.
Jaron Bucenis chose to fight in the pocket. That's what he chose to do. Those are two different people.
So they're not different.
And Sugar will fight in the pocket too, though. Like that's a misconception about Sugar too, because Sugar will fight you in the inside, though. I just seen
That's a bad
people.
comparison. That's a really bad comparison, though.
Very bad comparison. Let's just.
I get you saying, I get you saying in the sense, it's the wrong names, but he talking about the style of fight is what he's saying.
No,
like he talking
he
about
don't
the style.
fight. No.
But see, like I said, he was talking about the boxing ability and the hand speed of Sugar Ray Leonard. He was talking about
he's
the
nowhere near boxing ability
that Hagler has.
Yeah, he's not nearly boxing ability of Sugar Ray Leonard. No.
Nowhere near close.
No.
Not even in the atmosphere of boxing ability.
And Sugar Ray's faster too.
Sugar Ray.
Are y'all crazy? Are y'all crazy? Are y'all crazy?
What?
Because nobody said he boxed like Sugar. We said he has boxing ability, like Sugar Ray Leonard had boxing ability. I didn't say he boxed like Sugar.
What the fuck? Okay.
I ain't nobody say he boxed like Sugar.
D3, you take every word, every comparison, and then you try to strong arm it into just to come out right on the same.
No, he just said no. He don't.
Well,
he don't box like. He said he don't box like
That
Sugar.
nigga said strong arm.
I didn't say he did box
what,
like Sugar.
What I'm saying, if you say you box like somebody, then I'm envisioning you boxing like
anybody. I didn't say he boxed like anybody. I said he has boxing ability like Sugar.
Everybody has boxing ability. Everybody has boxing ability. That's so vague, bro.
No, everybody don't. No, everybody don't. Pitbull Cruz do not have boxing ability.
Okay, Cuello got boxing ability like Sugar Ray Leonard.
Okay.
You that's what we
saying? No, he does not.
No, he don't.
Okay.
No, he don't.
Okay.
No, he does not.
Okay, D-Free.
He
Okay,
not as
D-Free.
snappy. Like, he ain't that snappy. Like you said, Sugar Ray fast as hell. Somebody just said Sugar Ray faster than Boots. Them folks
out of
fast
this
as hell.
argument, bro. You strong arming the fuck out of this argument, but it's okay.
I can strong arm whatever I want. I can strong arm whatever I want.
Ah, man.
You never tell me what I'm saying. You talking about, oh, he doesn't box like Sugar. I never said he did box like Sugar. I said he's more like Roy Jones, in my opinion, and Roy Jones said it his own self. He said he remind me of myself.
The crazy part is Sugar Ray ass fought at 60 and shit. That's the crazy part. Sugar Ray Leonard.
Now you tell Roy Jones.
Yeah,
Roy
don't.
Jones he crazy because Roy Jones said that his own.
And he was a small dude though. Am I tripping? Did Sugar Ray fight at 60?
He did. He fought Hagler at 60.
He fought at 60. I'm kidding, man. Like, he was a small
Yeah,
dude
Hagler
to
at
be
60,
fighting
yeah.
at 60. When you look back, or when I'm just sitting
Sugar
there
Ray's
thinking,
not that small.
He fought at 60 and he fought at light.
But when you see him next to them other boxers, but he be the little nigga in the room every time. I seen him standing
Sugar
next to
Ray's not
Tommy.
that small. What is Sugar Ray like? What, 5'10", 5'11"? He's not that small.
Sugar Ray Leonard
He
is
about
small.
5'10".
What are you talking about?
He about 5'10".
No, small.
But you gotta think,
like he said,
his frame,
small.
though, his frame is small though. Like, he got a smaller frame than all them dudes that he fighting most times.
No,
most times.
Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard small. Sugar Ray Leonard small.
Yeah, his frame, he not short, right, big dog, but his frame ain't
You
as.
may sound like he was like Pacquiao or something like that, and I was like, what?
Nah, fuck nah. Pacquiao little. Pacquiao little, motherfucker. That's a little dude. That's a little dude.
Not height wise.
Like when you said small, I'm like small.
Nah, he don't got a big like Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray, bro. Hagler fought at 160. That was a big, bro. That was a big dude, bro.
Hey, Steven.
Hagler was a big dude, bro.
Boots remind me of Berto, man. Berto.
Andre Berto?
Yeah, he remind me of Berto.
Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
That's cold.
Don't make me do Berto like that for one. Berto was nice, bro. He ain't no damn Boots though, bro.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Boots
That's
bro.
going too far.
Boots athleticism is fucking crazy, bro. Crazy.
Yeah, that's not Berto. That's not good.
All right. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. D-Free, do you think Boots is a better southpaw than orthodox?
I don't know because he doesn't stay in neither one of them very long.
That nigga a real fighter. But that's how you know he really be fighting, bro. Because that's how you fight in the street almost. Like I
think he better in southpaw because he was more accurate with the left hand.
I can't tell because he doesn't stay in either stance very long. I would say in the fight last night, he had more success at a southpaw stance than he did at orthodox.
Yeah, for sure. Southpaw was working for him last night.
Southpaw, but I can't tell which one he's better at because he doesn't stay in it very long.
Nah, he nice, bro. That nigga nice, bro. He nice for sure. That nigga nice for
sure. Do you think he switches too much?
No, I think he switches depending on the
what's
fight.
happening.
I think
what's happening. Yeah, what's happening. That's why you can't don't make him beat. Don't reel him in. Don't reel him in. Let him do what he do, bro. Let him do what he do.
I forgot what fight it was, but some fights it was a fight that I watched. I think I only seen him switch one time. I forgot. I think it was the.
And then some dudes be switching. Some dudes be switching. They be throwing off balance. You don't never see Boots switch and throw off balance. Anytime Boots switch, it's a crisp switch and he landed. You know what I mean? He don't be off balance when he switch or no shit like that either. Like he got that shit down to a science.
Hey, I got Aircraft mad in the chat with that Andre Berto comment, man. I'm just playing, man. He don't remind me of Andre Berto, man. Damn.
That's the conversation right there, Hot Rod. Really, we need to be. I like that. I like that conversation. The Fundora, because that actually could happen. Fundora Boots.
Well, what you think about that D-Free Fundora Boots?
Might be a Kelly in there somewhere, but
if Fundora's having success with that jab on Jaron Business, it's going to be a long night for Jaron. But if Jaron can get around that jab and be able to land the shots that he needs to land, I think it's going to be a short night for Sebastian Fundora.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I seen everybody Fundora fight with land on him.
Hurt him a
man.
Boots, bit, yeah.
Boots get a bingo. There you go. Boots get a couple of them shits off. Boots get a couple of them shits off. Somebody gonna be snoring in there, and it ain't gonna be the dude from Philly. It ain't gonna be the dude from Philly.
It all depends on Fundora's jab. If that jab is successful, it could be a long night for Jaron Boots Ennis.
My
But
Boots go
if he
get in
can
there,
get
get
around
the
that jab,
Boots go get in there, get the dip, and y'all know how Boots get to get in there. He walk in there, he go get to get in there, squatting around and shit. He go knock Fondora ass out. What? Now that dude really be fighting. That's the funny part, bro. Like he really be fighting in the boxing ring. Like he really be fighting like he in the street. Like, but it's crisp though. Like it ain't like
I think
he
that's the only
really be
person
fighting
I
though.
think that will
He gonna knock Fondora ass
I
out,
think
man.
I think at 54, I think Fendora might be the only person that make Boots do something that we haven't seen him do before. I think
Yeah, that's the
Fendora
fight.
might be the only
Yep,
person that makes him
that's
do
the
that
fight. That's the fight.
because of
Everybody else
his
getting
length,
smoked. I'm just be real with
and
y'all.
his height. Yeah, because his length and his
Everybody else
height,
getting
he's
smoked.
gonna have to have a different. He's gonna have to have a different game plan for Fendora because he's never fought nobody with the length and the height of Fendora. Maybe in sparring he might have fought some tall guys. I don't know, but
What
far
you
as in an actual fight, he ain't fought nobody on that size frame.
what about this, D Free? When you talk about Boots and you hear all these
D-
sparring wars,
I do
how you
respect
feel?
Fondora.
How you feel
Come
about
on now. Come on now, aircraft.
how you feel about the
Huh?
sparring wars at this point in his career with Boots?
What
Boots
sparring
having all
wars?
these sparring wars we keep hearing about.
I mean,
He
sparring is
used to have
sparring.
he
It doesn't make a difference. I mean, I've heard about a lot of people sparring wars, but sparring is sparring. That doesn't matter. What matters is what happened when the lights cut on. I don't care nothing about sparring. You not. I mean, yeah, you might get paid to spar with somebody, but that's not where you
What
get
about
your
your
wins and
chin?
losses from.
You think it break your chin
Because
down a little bit?
if you're taking a lot of
have on
beating in
him.
sparring, if
Yeah.
you're taking beating like James Tony, he got ruined from so much sparring that he did. He took a lot of shots in sparring because he was spar all the time. That's why James Tony talked the way he talked. That's the reason why he's having the effects of him sparring now. That's the effects of him sparring because you can ask a bunch of
Now
fighters
Jihad
that know James Tony, that's been in the gym with James Tony. They would tell you James Tony sparred too much. He sparred too much.
Jihad Tucker said the aircraft. Jihad Tucker said only a certain type of person even spar Boots is he only can get a certain type of sparring anyway. Because you got to be a certain type of person to even get in there with him for that reason.
Hey, Jahai
So,
Tucker looked good yesterday,
he
man.
did, bro. Especially for the opponent he fought. A lot of people don't even know, but that was a good ass opponent he fought last night, bro. You know what I mean? Of course you go get hit.
I wouldn't
Of
say he
course you
looked
go.
good. I wouldn't say he looked
Go ahead.
I wouldn't say he looked good. I would say he did what he was supposed to do. I give him that. He did what he was supposed to do, but I wouldn't say he looked good because that at the end of that daggone fight, he didn't look good. So I can't say he
Nah,
looked good
because
because at the end of
Sandino,
that fight, he didn't look good.
Sandino got cracks. Know what I'm saying? That dude could put. Know what I'm saying, bro? That dude could
That's what I'm
punch,
saying.
bro. Like that was a real fighter. That hey, a lesser man would have been sleep. A lesser man would have been sleep.
And I'm gonna tell you like this:
round, and I thought
Salino lost that fight. Salino lost that fight. If he would have continued to the body, he probably would have stopped Jihad Tucker.
He couldn't, man. He couldn't. Cause Jihad got that little Philly. He got that Philly shell, bro. He got them angles, bro. He be leaning, he be rocking, bro. He got that weave and shit. He unorthodox. He hard as hell to fight too. He got a lot of the shit that Boost got, but he don't got the power. You get what I'm saying? He got a lot of other stuff that Boost have possess, but he don't got the power Boost got.
He stopped going to his body. You go back and look at the fight. When he hurt Jihad Tucker, he stopped going to the body. He started headhunting.
Jihad started hitting him with that. Jihad started hitting him with that uppercut.
I mean, whether he hit him with the uppercut or not, the man still you disguise. You go up top, then you go down to the body. You go up top, you go down to the body. You go down to the body, you go up top. Switch it up.
He was cracking.
Don't just
He was
go
cracking
straight
on.
to the head.
Yeah.
Man, he just went straight to his head. That's why Jihad Tucker was all busted up because he took a bunch of face shots. He got hit in the face a lot.
He ate them motherfuckers too. I fuck with Jihad.
That's why I said I wouldn't say that he looked good. He did what he was supposed to do to win. And that's what, and with a fight, you got to stay busy, because if you just try to fight his style of
Hey,
fighting, you're gonna either get knocked out or you're gonna lose the
I
fight.
was just about
So
to
he
say
stayed
something like
busy.
that,
He
D
let his
Free.
hands go.
Hey,
Yeah,
if you
he
would have
stayed
said
busy. He let his hands
Sandino,
go. But
my bad. Now go ahead, finish your statement. My bad.
Mhm.
My bad. Finish your
Go
statement.
ahead. Go ahead.
Now I was saying if you would have said Sandino was gonna land that many clean shots on Jahad before that fight, nigga, even I would have told you Jahad probably go get knocked out. But that man,
I
like
mean,
that man,
I picked Salino for the knockout. I picked him for the knockout
you
because I
did.
knew he was going to land. Yeah, I picked him for the knockout because I knew he was going to land, because I know that I know how Jahad Tucker fight. His defense is not that great, and he takes a lot of headshots. So I was like, okay, what I did learn a bit, because he took a lot of clean shots, and he wasn't getting wobbled. He wasn't getting hurt from the headshot. He got hurt from the body. He didn't get hurt from the head.
Yeah,
He got hurt from the body. So I get that, because that's what I thought. I thought, dude is a big puncher. He hits Jahad Tucker with these shots. Eventually, he gonna knock Jahad Tucker out. So I picked Salino for the knockout. It just so happened Jahad Tucker got a beard on him.
yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. I was like, hell yeah, bro. Nah, fuck with that. Those are big win for Jahad. Those are big win. And both them dudes young as hell. Those are big win. Jahad stay, but Jahad be fighting, bro. Jahad and fought some motherfuckers to only be like 23. He got the right resume. I think he gonna be a champ, bro, because he got the right resume. He got the resume of a champ. Erickson Lubin do too, but he never became a champ. So it do happen like that sometimes, right? But
Somebody,
uh
I think it was KG. It was KG that said it. He said, I think it might have been somebody else. They said they wanted to see Jahad Tucker versus Xander at 160. I was like, no, 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 no. Jahad Tucker gets beat up against
Nah,
Jahad Tucker
not
gets beat up
Xander.
against Xander.
Nah, Xander finna go to
He
68.
get beat up. he
Yeah,
get beat
nah,
up
not
against
Xander.
Xander.
Nah, not Xander. Nah, not Xander at
But
160.
it's I
He
wouldn't
might end up
say
he might end up
one
fighting Xander though, but I think Tucker.
160.
I think
Yeah, 160 is not. It doesn't have a lot of stars there. I'm not gonna say that the division is trash. It don't have a lot of stars there, and that's what I think a lot of people are saying 160 is not that good, because there's not a lot of names there. But there are some good fighters there. It's just not a lot of name fighters. Like a lot of the guys
yeah.
that fights at 160, most people don't know who they are because they're not big names. All of the big names are either at 68 or they at 54. They're not at 160.
hmm Pretty much once
But
Charlo left
no, I
160, it was dead.
yeah, yeah.
He was
It
pretty
was
much the
only
last
Triple
one.
G left. It was only Triple G left there. Well, no, Triple G had already retired. So
Triple G,
you got
Canelo, Charlo, then you had David around there for a little minute.
yeah, yeah, you had Carlos Adonis, you got
That's about it.
Laura, you got
And around that
Laura.
time, Carlos was like they weren't even thinking about giving Carlos a chance about around that time. They weren't even thinking about
Yeah,
giving him no chance.
yeah, you had Saras there, but nobody knew who Saras was at that time. Nobody knew who he was. Um, you had some fighters there, but like I said, Charlo was the
Soul
last
Glow,
one to leave.
then Jacobs.
Yeah, Charlo was the last one to leave, and then you had, like I said, the only people that was
It
left
was
there
over with.
was Carlos Adonis and Janabek and Laura. Those
And
were the only people that was left there.
nobody really care about Janenbeck. They like, we just watched him because he was on top rank.
Right. Nobody cares about Janabek. And I tell everybody from the very beginning, I look at Janabek the same way I look at Tim Tszyu. Only difference between Janabek and Tim Tszyu is Janabek, he could punch. Tim Tszyu, he's okay with his, he got okay power. He ain't no puncher like that. He got okay power. But that's the only difference between those two fighters. But I look at Janabek the same way I look at Tim Tszyu. I'm not very high on Janabek. I've never been high on Tim Tszyu. I just gave Tim Tszyu credit because he wanted to fight all of the top guys. I give him credit for wanting to fight those guys. But far as his boxing ability, and what he's done in the sport, Tim Tszyu hasn't done anything. Same way Janabek hasn't done anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, a lot of people like
Jenny
Jennebeck.
Beck,
There's a few people that
Jenny Beck
like
gonna have to
Jennebeck, but
move up.
dog, Jennebeck hasn't fought anybody. I'm looking. I look. You look at Jennebeck resume, you be like, okay, yeah, he really hasn't fought anybody. Like Jennebeck really hasn't fought anybody.
Yeah, I know. I know.
He get a lot of credit because he knocked people out, but when you look at his resume, he really hasn't fought anybody.
Yeah.
But
Nobody.
yeah, I mean, it was a great night of fights last night. I mean, we got some fights coming on tonight. You got El Rayo and De Los Santos rematch. Um,
Yeah.
you got Brandon Lee back in action.
Yeah.
It's somebody
Sandoval,
else. It's somebody.
Floyd Diaz, cash flow.
Yeah, it's somebody else on that card too. There's another fight on that card. I can't
Tony
remember
Hurst
who it is.
Jr. Uh,
Yeah. Hold on. Who else is on that card? Because there's
Omar
somebody else
Trinidad.
on that card. Yeah, Omar Trinidad is on that card. Yep. Yeah, Omar Trinidad is on that card. Let me see who else is on that card. Omar Trinidad, Brandon Lee, De Los Santos,
I think this Kato Kane
and
dude is from Bud Camp.
I was about
That's on here.
I was just about to say Kato Kane. I was just about to
Yeah, I
say that
think
because I
that's the
picked
dude
Kato
from
Kane.
Bud Camp.
I
Yeah,
picked him for a decision. I picked Kato Kane for a decision.
yeah.
He he
I
he
guess
pretty
Bud
he
fighting.
pretty
He
decent.
fighting that old dude that knocked out. That old dude knocked out one of them prospects, bro. He knocked out one of them high ranked prospects. The brown dude. He old in the mud, but he knocked out. I forgot who he knocked out his last fight though, but he knocked the nigga out. He knocked out
Hold on.
that Russian dude, Yurtsin, Gore Yurtsin or
Vernon.
something. He
Oh,
knocked
that's
out.
yeah. That's Vernon. He fighting Vernon Brown. He fighting Vernon Brown.
Yeah, yeah. He knocked out the Yurtsin dude, the little prospect that came from Metro. He knocked his ass.
Yeah, the one they say look like the one that looked like Triple G.
Yeah, yep. He knocked
Was
his
it him?
ass out. I was like, he fucked my bet up too. I remember that nigga. I picked Yurtsin
He said
in my damn parlay.
I got it. He said he got it. You got El Rayo. I don't know. El Rayo
Got
might
it
have
right, yo. Man,
nightmares when he
I
get
ain't
in the
mad
ring.
at it.
He might
I
have
like Aaron
nightmares when he get in
Rayo.
the ring with De La Santos.
I
De La
like Aaron
Santos.
Rayo, but I got De Los Santos right. I hope I'm a bigger Aaron Rayo fan. I like him, bro. He fight everybody, bro. He got an entertaining style. He could box a little bit, right? Got a little power. The power ain't been showing up as of late, right? Which is why I kind of got him losing. Actually got him getting stopped, right? But I don't know, yeah, man, I like Aaron Rayo, bro. Hey, I don't know why the fuck would Dana White why would why would he have Aaron Rayo and then go get De Los Santos and make him fight him De Los Santos in his second fight? Like, why would you do that's badass promotion, but let you know that Dana White treating this shit like it's MMA. He just matching motherfuckers up. This nigga went and got De Los Santos.
Dana White. He trying to get Zuffa off and running. He's like, man, I need to get some exposure, get some people to look at Zuffa.
Man, I'm like, bro, what is you
I
doing?
mean, he's
I
gonna
said,
get all the looks he can get up until
I said De
September.
Los
Because
Santos.
come
I
September, I'm
said,
be watching Sunday Night Football. I'm be watching Sunday Night Football come
yeah.
September.
I said,
I am not
I
watching no
said, is you
Zuffa.
trying to? Damn, we is gonna have football and Zuffa together, ain't? It's gonna be beautiful. But I said, bro,
I'm,
is you trying to get? Is you trying to get this nigga beat or something, bro? He went and found the one nigga he thought could beat him, didn't it? Like that what I felt like.
you know
He
what?
was like, "Damn, who could beat this
It
nigga?"
might
That's Santos.
it might be that type of situation. It might be in order for De Los Santos to get a long-term deal, he might have to win this fight. It might be that type of
He
situation
just
because
he
I
just
heard
started the deal, D Free. He just started the deal.
that's what
It's his second fight.
no, I'm not talking about El Rayo. I'm talking about De Los Santos.
Dana trying to sign. Oh, Santos. Yeah. Okay. Dana trying to sign
Yeah, De
Rayo
Los
for the
Santos.
cheap on the real. That's what he trying to do with Rayo, ain't he? Trying to sign him for the cheap on the real. He could be like, yeah, you took a
Yeah,
loss to
I
De
mean,
Los Santos now. So he
because
could be like,
they only got one Zook. one Zuffa champion. That's Ja. That's the only
What
Zuffa
you saying?
champion. So what are they doing about this daggone Zuffa, quote unquote Zuffa championship? They only got one champion, and he's
Right
a
now,
daggone
yeah.
cruiserweight. He a
Yeah.
cruiserweight. You gonna have everybody move up to cruiserweight and fight Ja? So I'm like, when you gonna put another championship on the
Now I'm
line?
thinking he go right. He go issue. I'm thinking he go issue the rest of the chance. He can go ahead and give Callum Wash one, right? Because we all know that shit coming, right? So you can start acting like he ain't gonna get one, right? So you can go and
That
make
man
his
said.
next fight.
That man said,
Go ahead.
when we say one champion, we mean one champion. The champion is in the
Right. He
cruiserweight. That one
mean,
champion, y'all gotta move up there to fight him.
he said, "Y'all thought we were talking about one champion per division. No, we talking about
Y'all
one
gotta move up the
champion."
cruiserweight and fight him. We said one champion.
Oh shit! Not one champion per division. Just Ja Abataye, nigga. One champion.
That nigga John gonna be knocking out high school students.
Oh my god. The fuck will be like, hey, Aaron Rayo win this fight to get that photo. He'll be like, all right, you got Appetite. He gonna be like, what? You got Appetite. You want to be a champion, right? You got Appetite.
That would be nasty work. They were like, Ja Obataille is fighting for he's got his Zuffa championship on the line and his Ring Magazine championship on the line. He will be fighting De Los Santos. What? De Los Santos? What the hell?
What?
Oh my
One champion.
God.
One champion.
He's gonna be fighting Kayla Wash.
Yeah, Kayla Wash probably gonna be the next one, I would think. Kayla gonna be the next one, I would think. Right, they might as well go and give it to him because they know they want to go. Man, who he fight next? Ain't he fight like Harlem Eubank or some shit like that? Who he fight next? I forgot who he fight. But they need to go ahead and.
Yeah, I think they made they making
It's
a
gonna be
fight
in
for him, or
London.
they
I know.
already made it.
It's gonna be in the UK, if I'm mistaken. He gonna be on the UK card.
Oh yeah, I think that's the that card they're supposed to be doing. What did they say we're gonna do? London, I think it was. I think it was London.
Yep.
They was doing a card in London.
Yep. So I'm pretty sure he go get one.
Yeah,
They got over. Shit.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Did you like
the Vargas fight against Mills?
I knew he was gonna beat Mills the fuck up. So I mean, Mills wasn't gonna beat Vargas, right? He wasn't gonna beat Vargas. The pedigree Mills was, and the pedigree Vargas. Nah, he wasn't gonna beat him. And I had Vargas knockout, so I appreciate that Vargas. But Mills.
I picked Vargas for a knockout as well.
Yeah, Mills wasn't gonna beat Vargas, bro. He a tough guy. He not gonna beat a dude with the pedigree of Vargas. So you get what I'm saying? Like he like a fighter. He built himself up and shit. You know what I mean? That was his Super Bowl. That was Mills' Super Bowl. You get what I'm saying? He did great to even get that fight and be co-main event on fucking Boots and Xander, right? But that what was Mills. Everybody not gonna be the greatest fighter ever, right? You get what I'm saying? Like that was Mills' Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Mills a good fighter. He's just not on the level of Vargas. He's a good fighter though. Like I said, I said he's a good fighter. We're gonna see if Emiliano is really what we say he is. If Emiliano is what we think he is, he's gonna knock Mills out. If he goes the distance with Mills, I'm like, okay, Emiliano, you're not really what we thought, because I knew Mills didn't have no power, but I know he's a good fighter. He just ain't got no power. He can box. He can box with anybody. He just ain't got no power. So that's why I picked Vargas for the knockout. I'm like, okay, I think Vargas gonna knock him out. But if he don't knock him out, then I know Vargas is not what I thought he was. Yeah. But I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody for coming through. We probably gonna come back again a little bit later on the night, probably like around 7, maybe a little bit later. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Appreciate you jumping up here, T. All of the other fellas, FaZe, Cash, Crush, Teach, Big Dog Willie. I appreciate all y'all for coming up here. TD Sports Talk. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all not. Hit the like button, and we'll be back with another one. It's your boy D Free Sports Talk. We out. Peace.
Yeah, buddy.